It's tabletop time.
I'm not Rob, but I'm opening up just to recap some stuff. We'll come back to me in a second, but I will be playing Cargo, where Rob's cosplaying for the first part of this video as Cargo. So...
All right, I'm going this way.
Yeah, go.
Okay. Hi, I'm Liam. I'm editing this one as we just talked about. I'm playing Wrench, who's a very young, very timid but confirmed psychotic murderer of men and women, mostly innocent.
There were probably children in there.
They were probably children.
Yeah.
I'm Murray, and I am playing the part of Slip, the fairly intelligent yet sneaky and doesn't really want to get his hands dirty sort of greasy person. You know,
Love it.
Every crew's got one of them.
Who are you playing, Rob?
Cargo?
I'm Cargo. I move cargo, and I don't like it when people pick up boxes more than me. I'm the rough, tough captain of the group, and yeah, that's all I gotta say about me. Cargo.
We could swap. Do you want to swap?
I'm good.
Okay. All right. Well, Rob will be taking up the prompt engineer seat in a moment, but I'm going to recap and I'm going to explain why. Before I do, I have a couple of things to say. One, it's my birthday in the next couple of days. At some point when someone watches
this video.
After, it's some in the weird zone of this video. It's my birthday, and I mention that because I'm spending my birthday upgrading the Tabletop Time roleplay setup, which is a yearly tradition. But if improving this setup and helping us make better content, I would like to not only make awesome art for all of our thumbnails, but even do like animated intros and stuff, you guys. So please consider becoming a patron. It is what funds Tabletop Time roleplay. It makes all of these stories possible. It is 99% of the funding for this channel. So please consider supporting that for my birthday. Please. If you got me a bloody birthday present, all I would need to be is a patronage and I'd be chuffed. That said, I also wanted to remind you all, this is a podcast. I just wanted to say that every now and then. It's worth mentioning. We're on Spotify, we're on Apple Podcasts, all that stuff. And we haven't mentioned that for a long time. And I think since I intend to bring hopefully some new viewers over from the main channel video that I'm making this week of my upgrades, I thought I'd just let you know, because not everyone can watch big long YouTube videos, but some people have commutes and we want to make this a really great audio series. So let's jump into it. The reason I'm in the prompt engineer seat is because we've been doing all these games, all these sessions in my ChatGPT account.
Yes.
So I have been using ChatGPT, the new model, GPT-4. We've previously been running on 3.5. 4 came out in the last couple of months, and a lot of people are talking how much better it is. I've been using it, and it is much better. So it has a limitation of 25 prompts. And we're going to see if we can get a good story out of 25 prompts. But in order to hopefully make the most out of that, we wanted to use the week prior to today to train it up. So I wanted to give you all a bit of a recap as to how I approach training it. I'm going to put our master prompt in the description, because if you want to give this a crack, it worked really well, and I'll share that. It worked, like the master prompt works. I reckon you could substitute some of the bits for D&D rules or whatever you're familiar with. It works really well with Cogent. So it's the same as Rob's master prompt from last time, tweaked a little bit. I actually simplified some of it, took some of the rules out based on what we weren't using in our roleplay sessions.
Is that the combat stuff?
Yeah. And I think just some of the specificity around attributes, we didn't really reference attributes much. So I just treated attributes as the column for skills, for it to understand how to assign checks. So anyways, basically I gave it that master prompt to say, you're going to be our DM. And it said, yep, I get it. And I say, okay, I want to run some practice scenarios before I let you in on the main show, before I let you run a session with my friends, right? So let's do a practice run. So switch to quirky music.
Okay, I gotta get some gummy bears. I can smell them and it's driving me.
I got him.
So I understand. So I said, okay, let's practice. I'll be Korg, the deceptive barbarian. This practice world is a medieval fantasy in the style of Game of Thrones. Conjure up an opening scenario for Korg, but do not use any actual characters or names from existing IP. Had to open with that because last time it was like, your ship, the Black Pearl. Everything should be original, set the scene, and give room for me to decide how to interact with the world or scenario. So I'll skim through this a little bit. I'll scroll through in a way that if people want to pause and read, they can. But I was a bastard. I was a barbarian, and I basically just did nothing but be an asshole to everyone.
Standard D&D
Kind of what we were doing in the last 2 sessions, right? So I was like, I'll just do the medieval barbarian version of this to get it used to how to react to this sort of stuff.
Get it used to you.
Yeah. And I just said, I'm Korg the deceptive barbarian. So I did things like, let's find a bit. So I'm such an asshole.
Deceptive. No one even
The
realized
server-
it was a barbarian.
So, Korg, please make what was I doing? The server looks at Korg skeptically. I'm trying to swap a bag of flour I stole for a room and a glass of ale, a pint of ale. The server looks at me, who I start with, says, sorry, I can't accept flour as payment. You'll need to speak with a tavern owner about that, she says, gesturing towards the burly bartender behind the counter. He's the one who makes those decisions. So I walk across. I say, Korg walks to the counter, thumps the bag of flour on the table. This bag for ale and a room. This is my final offer. As Korg thumps the bag of flour on the counter, the burly bartender looks at him with a mixture of surprise and curiosity. He raises an eyebrow and considers Korg's position. Roll challenge level 4. So it's giving me rolls, right? I just said fail. I just said I failed it. And he goes, the tavern owner says, I'm afraid I can't accept that as payment, friend, he says firmly. We deal in coin here, not flour, and if you have any coin, I can give you ale or a room. So I say, Korg tears open the top of the bag, maintaining eye contact with the tavern owner. Very well, you can have the flour for free then. And in a wide arc, throws the bag to spread the entirety of its contents across the bar, patrons holding firm to the bottom of the bag. And it's really interesting because I'm throwing asshole moves at it, right? And the AI just kept telling a great, I felt like the story was really fun. As Korg grips open the bag, cloud of white dust envelops the room. Laughter and chatter in the tavern abruptly halt, replaced by coughing and sputtering, and fine particles coat the patrons, their foods and their drinks. The tavern owner's face reddens with anger and he slams his fist on the counter. You dare disrespect my establishment! He bellows, glaring at Korg with a mixture of fury and disbelief. So anyways, I just found it really interesting. It was really describing scenes really well. It was giving characters dialogue. It was giving me challenge levels much more quickly and effectively than GPT 3.5, which we kept having to retrain and remind. I did have to give GPT 4 a couple of reminders that it did remember this stuff.
I do like that. I do like the little things, like it was reinforcing, what economy you're using. It's like, no, you idiot, we use money.
Yeah.
And then it actually gives realistic reactions to something that you did. Like everyone's coughing and
Looks at
sputtering
you in
because there's
disbelief.
flour everywhere.
The inn quietens down, and it's really interesting. So anyways, I'll skip forward to after that. So, and it's got like,
whoa.
let me
Pretty detailed.
let me read this section because I think it shows how it's storytelling. I've been trying to get it to tell me stories, pull me in. As Korg sips his ale and surveys the room, he noticed several interesting characters and details around the tavern. At one table, a group of rowdy off-duty guards are engaged in a raucous card game, occasionally raising their tankards in a toast to their comrades. Across the room, a hooded figure sits alone in the corner, intently studying a worn-out book, seemingly oblivious to the noise and laughter around them. Near the fireplace, a minstrel strums on a lute, entertaining a small crowd with tales of heroic deeds of legendary battles. The firelight casts flickering shadows across the room, highlighting the assortment of weapons and shields that adorn the tavern's walls, remnants of past adventurers who sought solace within these walls. At the bar, a grizzled old man with a long white beard entertains a group of patrons with animated stories of his past exploits, his voice rising and falling with the cadence of a practiced storyteller. A young couple nearby listens intently, their hands intertwined as they share a plate of warm bread and cheese. How alive is this?
They're all stereotypes or tropes, but the descriptors are what sell
Quite
it.
unique. And also, as a player, I can interact with any one of those things and trust if I go up to the storyteller, there will be a story. If I go up to the person studying the books, that's a quest, right? Like,
Please tell me you went up to the young couple and hit on one.
What did I do? I said I gave feedback, right? Because I gave it feedback before this. I said that was good. Basically, like I sat down and drank my ale, and it sort of said, "All right, what do you want to do now?" And I said to it, "This is an opportunity for you to bring the world to life and introduce characters and opportunities that I can interact with, but also let there be downtime. Let that be part of the story, right?" And it's really interesting. Obviously, it took that really well. It brought this scene to life in a fairly chill way. And then I said, okay, that was great. Make sure to continue to give the scenes and characters life like that. So just reinforcing it. Both things the players are engaging in and things they aren't aware of or might be surprised by. It'll keep the world vibrant. So I'm giving it, and this is what we'll have to do today, give it the feedbacks in square quotes and then continue the storytelling because we have minimal prompts. Yep. So like Korg stands and holds his hands up to indicate others shouldn't step forward. Sorry, the tail end of the last prompt, I actually skipped over the interesting bit. Korg considers his options the sudden commotion near the entrance.
Are you talking about the admits he sees the...
Where is it? Here it is.
Second last.
The door bursts open and a man stumbles in, clutching a blood-stained piece of parchment in his hand. His clothes are tattered. He's visibly out of breath. The man collapses on the floor, and the noise in the tavern dies down once again as all eyes turn on the newcomer, right? So in response to that, I'm like, Korg stands up and raises his hands to quieten everyone. Korg confidently strides towards the injured man, his hand raised to signal the others to give him some space. And I say, Korg checks the man's pockets for coin. I had to roll sleight of hand check. I succeeded. It was like, yeah, you got some gold coins. And I'm like, he ignores the note, stands up proclaiming, I'll probably sleeve it off, and Korg leaves his room for the night. So, you can properly play D&D. It's pretty nuts. So anyways, I'll skip ahead, but the point is we went through this scenario. I was really happy with that. Then I said, okay, great. End of that roleplay scene. We're going to do another this time. And I told it the setting and all that stuff this time and gave it a character. This time I said, you tell me a world and setting. So I didn't give it anything. And I'll make a character to play in our next scenario.
Okay.
In a post-apocalyptic world, humanity has been reduced to small scattered settlements struggling to survive. The remnants of once great cities lie in ruin, now home to mutated creatures and bandit gangs. The earth itself has been scarred by the cataclysm, leaving behind landscapes of barren deserts, irradiated wastelands and treacherous mountain ranges. Amidst the desolate backdrop, a settlement known as Haven has managed to carve out a relatively stable existence. So it goes on. It's pretty cool. I make a character called derivatively Scrap.
Oh, nice.
Derived from Gatecrash being developed. And I'm like, yeah, okay, I'll play a young kid who forages in this world. And I just sort of leaned on stuff. It was really cool. And there were some NPCs by name that made some friends. I'm like, okay, this is really cool. So I'm like, okay, you're ready. Let's do this. So that was how I trained it to sort of get in the mode of roleplay. I gave it feedback as I played it, got better and better and better. And then eventually I get to, great, that worked well. I think you're ready. I'm going to explain the plot of the real adventure we'll pick up in. I trust you to lead the roleplay adventure with my real life friends now. That's you guys. Hey.
I have a friend.
There are 3 players, each controlling characters of their own. Remember, do not speak or act for any of our 3 players. Do describe the world and events in detail, create opportunities for player choice, and find opportunities to introduce new NPCs and plot points. Do speak in quotes for the NPCs, give them unique personalities, and of course, surprise us with events, plot twists, and even unfair or dangerous scenarios. You ready? The funniest thing is, Space Pirate Encounter, this is our last story. I was like pulling teeth trying to get it to recap our session. Like, I was like, okay, it just gave some absurdly wrong recaps. After narrowly avoiding capture from previous owners. Where was it? Anyway, I'm spluttering about now. Long story short, I dragged a recap out of it by using one of the old, more accurate ones.
Right.
Gave it its recap and said, let's go. So now it's ready for our first prompt.
We're doing it.
Okay, let's do it. Let's do it. I'm going to go back to my seat.
You go back to your seat.
All right, so I think you've got to give it our first prompt, and I think it can literally be take it away. FYI, everyone, our background is the description of the space station at the end of our last session. So we are at our new spaceport.
I'm assuming you stopped recording before we switched seats.
Yes.
Cool. Okay. Ready? Take it away.
Yeah.
The dice mat.
Take it away.
Just start reading. Just trust the process. Oh, you're eating gummy bears.
What have I done?
Well, at least the caramellos were quick. These are just chewy.
Funny that.
There we go. Got my combat sound. Okay.
That was a lot. As Cargo, Slip, and Wrench step out of their ship and onto the busy docking bay of Nexus Station, they immediately notice the hustle and bustle of various species and individuals moving around them, each attending to their own tasks and agendas. The air is filled with the scent of various exotic cuisines from nearby food stores, mixed with the ever-present smell of grease and engine oil that seem to permeate the station. Wow. To their left, they see a group of dock workers unloading crates from a ship, their shouts barely audible over the cacophony of machinery and ship's engines. A few yards away, an argument seems to be breaking out between a pilot and a gruff-looking station official over docking fees.
At least people are distracted.
On their right, they spot a small kiosk with a holographic map of the station, detailing its various sectors and locations, such as the market district, entertainment venues, and residential areas. They also notice a seedy-looking bar nearby with a neon sign flickering above the entrance, indicating that it's called the Star's End. As the crew takes in
Good name.
the crew takes in their surroundings, an unexpected announcement crackles over the station's public address system. Attention all station residents and visitors. Due to recent criminal activity, Nexus Station is now under heightened security protocols. Random searches and checkpoints will be in place. Report any suspicious activity to the nearest security officer. Thank you for your cooperation.
Great. Just what we need.
The announcement creates an uneasy atmosphere, and the crew is left to decide their next course of action. Will they head to the bar to gather information, try to locate their captain using the station's resources, or explore the station to find a way to avoid the heightened security measures and potential confrontations? The choice is theirs.
Choose your own adventure.
So
this
I
is
would
very
say
choose your
in square
adventure.
brackets, tell it you don't need to outline the specific choices they have at the end of your
Find out
prompt.
next
Yeah.
time on Dragon Ball Z.
We need to keep track of the amount of prompts we're using so we know when to.
One.
Yeah, literally need to write.
Oh, somebody's already keeping track of it in the chat.
Oh, are they?
I think we should do it as a random.
Yeah, well, we should do it ourselves.
Yeah.
anyway.
Can you note it down somewhere? Because my phone's about to die.
All right. City bars. I mean, that's usually what we go to, right?
The lettering's really close together. Is it Star's End or Star's End?
Stars End. Stars End. I don't know. I think it's
It's written in neon. It's the Star's End.
Oh, there we go.
like the end of a star. So, like that makes sense. Like a washed up celebrity. You know, like the end of this, you're like all dimmed down. Almost shine to that star. My dad used to say about.
I'm amazed, Cargo. That was really good.
I don't
All right,
know.
well,
That was
considering
great.
our last
That was
foray
really-
into
that was
an
really big.
establishment containing food products, it didn't go so hot. So,
You're right. Let's try something different.
yeah. Well, I'm gonna maybe just sidle over to the little map kiosk over there. There's nothing sus about that, so I'll just go
What are you
see
gonna,
what we have available to us.
what are you gonna look for? Where like you're gonna just type it in like where's Captain Frugal?
No, I was thinking something a bit more economical to our benefit. We've got all this cargo to sell, after all. May as well actually
Yeah.
do some business rather than just pretending that we're doing business.
That's a great idea.
So what? Slip heads to the information kiosk
I think it's just like
to
a
find
map
where to
kiosk.
sell illegal goods. Oh, there's the illegal good port. Okay, cool.
Yeah. Well, we have some illegal goods, and we have the
That's
legitimate goods that we illegally stole.
Well, yeah, we have a very large ship that's probably quite valuable.
Can you also ask what I look like with 2 hats on right now?
We have 25 prompts.
we can tone it up, right?
Forgive me if I'm wrong. You're also towing another ship, right?
Yes. Yeah, the other ship is the one with the car. No, they both
Yeah,
have
was it being
things in
towed
it.
or is it clamped?
I'm assuming
Looks
it's like a
docking ring or something.
tractor beam
You're
type
taking.
deal.
Regardless, it came with you. You've got
Yeah.
2 ships.
You can probably just pair
Or
the
we
ship.
did just like park one. It's just like drifted past. Like,
Yeah, it's connected like a lifeboat.
yeah.
Ropes on the end. Yeah. All right, so that's what Slip's doing. Maybe we should pick something else. I'm gonna go on the this is party split. Let's see how it handles the party split.
Okay. I'm gonna try to listen in to some of the heightened security personnel. See if
That's
they
a
know
good
anything.
idea.
And I'll go to the seedy bar. I'm already on my way. See you guys.
And I have 2 hats on. It's just like
I have a hat. You have 2 hats.
I have 2 hats.
Did we give a wrench a hat?
you gave me your hat when you went and had a nap.
Oh yeah.
I presume you took it
How
back.
do you spell personnel?
EL on the end.
It has autocorrect.
it's-
It has correct. Like you can spell
Person.
check.
O-double-N-E-L.
Double N
I
E L?
believe.
I believe so.
Yes.
Yeah, that's it. It just didn't look right.
Oh, can you mute notification like Twitch, YouTube stream notifications because they're a little. I'm pretty sure that's.
Oh,
They're not on
that's-
this frame.
I'm pretty sure that's
Okay.
a triangle from the
Is it the
background
music? Okay, all right. Swear to God.
Oh, yeah. People in chat are like freaking out.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
is my phone going off?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
I listened to it in the edit and I'm like, oh, we got to turn that off.
All right.
Just so everyone knows, everyone listening to this,
I just want
Yeah,
they
there it goes
use the
again. Yeah,
same
it's in
sound
the-
in this song.
I just want to confirm.
Yeah.
Slip heads to the map kiosk to find a place to sell the goods, both legal and illicit, that they have on their ship. Wrench tries to overhear conversations from security personnel nearby, and Cargo heads into a nearby bar for a drink.
Yeah.
We good?
Let's go.
how exciting.
As Slip approaches the map kiosk, he begins to search for a location where they might be able to offload their goods. He quickly spots the market district where various traders and vendors seem to be congregating. Within
Oh,
this,
so I just see it. I don't even make it to the map kiosk.
within this area, he identifies as a few places look like they might deal in less than legal goods. A discreet pawn shop, a weapon dealer tucked away into a corner, and a cantina that seems to cater to a rougher crowd.
Nice. I sure loaded that on this thing.
Fun job.
Wrench slides up close to a pair of security personnel who are discussing the heightened security measures. He strains his ears to listen in, attempting to gather any useful information.
It's so short. There's just 2 hats sitting above the tabletop.
Cargo, on the other hand, saunters into the Stars End Bar, taking in the dimly lit, smoky atmosphere. The patrons are a mix of rough-looking individuals, some in uniforms and others in more casual attire. The grizzled bartender wipes down the counter and gives Cargo a nod as he approaches, indicating an unoccupied stool.
So you didn't really give us anything. It said you end up in the places you said you would go.
You literally just told it to not give you options.
What?
It's true.
No, not give me options. Like things need to happen still. Like we went to the places, but like
Yeah, but you can't have it giving you something interesting happening every time you send it a message.
it doesn't. It's not describing enough about where we've gone to give us something to work with. Do we want to feedback it?
I don't know what you'd feed it back. You've just gone to the places. Like it's described where you've entered.
Okay.
So
It's
you need it-
given me all the choices.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like, here are 17 things you can do.
I feel like we need to pick based on what it's given us of those 3 things, one direction to go down.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. What do you reckon? I reckon
I think it was a good.
you found a cantina and CD stuff.
I found all the seedy stuff.
Yeah. So I reckon Slip and Wrench, Cargo and Wrench return to Slip
I
feeling
don't like you. My friend doesn't like you.
feeling they didn't find anything of interest. And Slip points out the dodgy cantina that seems like exactly the kind of place that Captain Frugal used to hang out. Do you want to put in quotes and say something? What is
To
Slip.
say something.
Yeah, what does Slip say to us about where we're going? What are you doing?
You can use hand signals, or you can. Like,
I can use the
Wait. What is Slip?
We're standing next to each other. It's like,
What
do you think? Where should we go?
What is Slip doing? Or do we want to send that and then?
no,
yeah.
all one prompt. Let's decide what to do
Yes,
as a
combine
group
them all.
next. We're sort of undoing splitting because I think it's going to divide its
it'll-
efficacy.
Yeah, all right. So you're going in a direction, so I can probably sort of intercept and we can have a quick
We'll just say
chat.
the group's back together and
Yeah.
we go. So where does? So you've observed those things. So what does Slip tell us about where
Yeah.
we're?
All right, so selling the cargo goods will be pretty easy, but even better news is that it looks like it'll actually be pretty simple to sell some of our spicier cargo, if you know what I mean. There's some weapon vendors and such lying around. Either they're really hidden or they've got some protection.
Nice. I agree. What if we go back to the little ship, grab some trolleys, big boxes, they ain't too conspicuous, but we knows that these big boxes of illegal weapons. You just don't open them around law enforcement. Then we go down to the place and show the people who we think will buy them.
I'm so glad I took the effort to not say boxes of illegal weapons out loud.
what? Boxes of what?
Illegal weapons!
Oh my god!
Nothing. Also, cover that giant illegal weapon in your pocket. Maybe
Or are
still
you
holding
just
up-
happy to see me? Right? Right? Sorry, low hanging
Am I
fruit.
still armed? I don't think I am.
I-
Hopefully, we would have left them back on the ship, wouldn't you?
You've had that pistol that entire time.
Oh my god!
You didn't even need it, boy.
Just press buttons. Off you go.
Where do you want to go first? The pawn shop, the weapons dealer, or the cantina?
Let's start legitimate. So, start with the pawn shop. We can actually sell some legit stuff first. It's not just beeline to the dodgy place.
So I said, after some time doing their own thing, Cargo and Wrench go and meet Slip. The group decides to go unload their cargo from their ships and take them to the pawn shop to see if they can sell any of it.
Yeah.
We good with that?
Yep. And then, okay. I was going to say, and they enter the cargo shop. Anyway, what does it say? Read.
As the crew reunites, they share their findings and agree on the plan. They head back to their ships and begin processing the unloading of cargo, carefully packing the items and making sure nothing is left behind. Once everything is prepared, they make their way to the discreet pawn shop that Slip identified earlier. As they approach the pawn shop, they notice that the establishment is nestled between two larger shops with a nondescript sign hanging above the door. The windows are tinted, making it difficult to see inside.
Nice.
There's a security camera above the entrance. Entering the pawn shop, they find a cluttered place filled with all manner of items, from antique firearms to strange-looking gadgets. Behind the counter stands an older man with a cybernetic eye, who sizes them up as they approach. "Welcome to Vex Emporium," he says with a raspy voice. Lucky. "What can I do for you fine folks today?"
My good fellow, we are looking to sell, as we have come into a large shipment with a bit of surplus, and we need to offload in this good port here.
Slip thumps the top of one of the boxes and it opens up to reveal
Yeah, what does it reveal?
high value, illegal, and dangerous goods.
And
is the
it
sort
was
of-
a sting operation the whole time. We're all around.
I was going to start with something from the actual cargo ship, but let's go straight for that one.
We
Yeah.
got 25 prompts.
Hey, buddy, check out this ship.
We gotta go high,
We gotta go-
high
we gotta go
impact
hard.
quick.
It's true. All in.
Yeah, I think GPT-4 mentioned like other races, so I think this is like the first reference of
Yeah.
like aliens.
Yeah.
Because I was always imagining it as like just everyone was
Yeah.
human.
That's
So
cool.
like, yeah, I'm like, oh, cool. Yeah.
That was cool. It was the first time I sort of mentioned that, and it makes you it definitely goes Treasure Planet in my head.
Much more, much more.
Yes, a crate full of space police.
Oh, we're the police! You're under arrest!
So
Uno reverse card.
Slip advises they're looking to sell some cargo here. He slams one of the boxes and the lid falling off, revealing an array of illegal goods, once again offering to sell some items. You good with that?
Yeah.
Yep. Oh boy.
Vex's cybernetic eye
Oh, that's
flickers
so
as he
cool.
accesses the contents of the box. He raises an eyebrow and leans forward, inspecting the items more closely.
Quite an interesting assortment you've got here,
He says, stroking his chin thoughtfully.
I'm not gonna ask where you got the stuff, but I can tell it's not the kind of thing I can put on display.
Vex glances around the shop and lowers his voice.
However, I do have some connections who might be interested in purchasing items like these. Of course, my services won't come cheap. I'll need a finder's fee for connecting yous with the right buyers.
He looks at the crew expectantly.
How about 20% of the sale price? That's a fair deal, considering the risks involved in dealing in such
Unique merchandise.
I mean, we went to great lengths to get our hands on these, and great personal loss. So, how about 17?
Just this is like just the comms between the group.
They can't hear you when you.
Does this place have an airlock at all?
Okay. Are we going to send a message with Slip tries to barter for 17%?
For 17%, I think we should say, and cargo adds.
And of course, we plan on obtaining much more valuable goods. And I believe we could be one of your future ongoing business connections.
Call it a loyalty program.
Good.
And also, I think because we need to like move it in a direction of it, we like, just to give it options to sort of do stuff more than sell dangerous goods. I feel like maybe we
Or
should
we
add
could
something
do-
about.
Yeah. However, we would be willing to add a little something your way if you can give us some other information.
Wait, I missed that.
So Slip says we can give you a bigger cut if you can give us a certain piece of information.
Captain, you want to handle this one?
I agree. We're looking for a long lost friend, Captain Frugal. You may have heard of him.
This
It's
is a
funny
sleeping
because
operation,
there's
we're
like,
stuffed.
like Wrench is joining in, but Rob can't rightly type. Wrench says, "Do they have an airlock?" And for the AI
Manifest an
to
airlock.
know what we're.
How's that?
Yep.
We good with that?
Yep. Let's go.
Right, Dave is saying, why are you trying to get less money? You're bargaining to get a smaller cut. Nah.
No, he
Well,
was.
well,
he was
We'll give him a
asking for
bigger
fencing
cut
fee.
if we get info. Is that right?
Yeah,
No,
he
no,
was
Dave-
demanding a fencing fee.
Yeah, no, he was, but I think Dave's misinterpreted it. He's saying he will pay 20% of the sale price for the items. I think what he wants is he wants 20% of the sale price from his connection.
Yeah, because he's reselling it for us.
We're good to send?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Be funny if we misread it and it was 20%.
Vex's eyes narrow as he listened to the crew's proposal. He strokes his chin thoughtfully for a moment before responding.
All right, I'll take 17% cut and provide you with the information you seek, assuming I can find anything worthwhile. But let me be clear, if our arrangement proves fruitful, I expect our loyalty program to be honored.
Very good.
With a nod, Vec agrees to the deal and starts making some discreet inquiries about Captain Frugal, utilizing his network of contacts. It takes some time, but he eventually returns to the crew with some information.
I managed to dig up a little something on your friend, Captain Frugal. Word is he's being held on a high-security prison ship, the Iron Bastion.
Good name!
Oh,
That is good.
very good name.
It orbits a remote planet in the Zeta Quadrant. Breaking him out won't be easy, but it's not impossible. You'll need a solid plan, some serious firepower,
None of you airlocks.
Oh my god!
3 episodes,
Could
3
you
ships.
imagine?
A whole prison ship.
Yeah.
And probably more than a little luck.
Vec pauses, looking over the crew.
I wish you the best in your endeavor. And remember our deal. I expect my cut and any future business we discussed.
Okay.
Cool.
Cool. Are we going to a prison ship? We're going to rescue our captain?
I reckon that's a really cool.
Yeah.
The Iron Bastion.
Iron Bastion.
Good name.
That's a
Very,
good
very
prison
good.
ship,
Yeah.
All right. Our captain's in jail. It's not the first time he's gotten out of captivity, and it won't be the last time that we get him out. I don't even know how that makes sense. But it sounded cool in my head. But now I realize that makes it sound like he's incompetent enough to get captured again, which I don't, that's not what I'm implying, but well loyal is what I'm saying, so.
It does thing where you're sort of talking into the background.
Yeah.
Sort of zones
So-
in on us.
And anyway, so, and I guess what I meant by that is if we just have another.
All right, looks like we get to do a little bit of planning, a little bit of our heist. Maybe we can pick up.
In terms of firepower, I think we have 2 ships with
We do indeed.
lots of guns.
How many prompts
and
in
guns
are we?
in the ship.
Oh,
There's a
shit, I
crate
definitely
right
wasn't
here.
keeping track,
We
but I
could
can
use
scroll up.
that. We could use the crate. No, maybe not that one.
I think we just gave that crate away. But we do have our own weapon.
5. 20 to go.
Okay, all right.
Did we want to get some more?
We have money. We can get a quicker ship, more discreet. Maybe something with stealth capabilities. Get in close, being conspicuous. Or we turn off the airlock in a police ship. Because then we can get in there. It doesn't matter if they see us, because we're one of them, right?
Hiding in plain sight.
Yeah, right. And they have airlocks.
Everyone's got an airlock.
Airlocks is the greatest invention in space
good.
travel. So convenient to commandeer.
Did we want to consider maybe getting some more buddies for this little operation? You want to keep it small?
No, I think if we
Depends on how effective the airlock is.
Oh, there are a few in space. That's right.
Yeah.
if we recruit some people, or even just give a few crews the insinuation that it would be a good idea to try and stage a break here. You know, cause some confusion while we go about our business.
So what are you suggesting?
I'll go out in the street and go
proposition.
pew.
That we give the impression that we're going to stage a heist or pay someone off to do one. And while they're busy, we can sneak in while they're causing a distraction.
Sure.
And then
That's pretty cool.
we hit the airlocks.
On a police vehicle? Or you mean the prison ship?
The prison ship.
Airlocks on the prison ship. We bring oxygen containers for us and captain. We turn off the airlocks on an entire prison floating bastion. Oh my god, what a conclusion. If it works. All right.
Oh my god.
Cargo inquires of the shopkeep.
We would like to buy 4 oxygen systems.
Spacesuits. They're called spacesuits.
Yeah, that one, because airlock, and it's more than just air in it, because they're like the vacuum of space. So yeah.
But
You have them. They're on your ship.
Yeah, we
we're
used
good.
some.
All right, never mind. Take it back. Take it back. All right, the crew
Would
goes
you
back to our ship.
Have maybe like schematics of a certain prison ship. Maybe it's got a funny name, really cool name.
Honestly, I reckon we steal a police spaceship. It'll be likely connected to systems that we can get schematics
That's
from.
true.
And then we can enter without any fuss.
We find one that's already en route to there, and we can just
And then we jump
on it.
out the side with a rope.
Wait.
No,
Wait.
Did that.
no.
We don't find one that's en route because there's heightened police activity here. We create the distraction at this spaceport, we let off an explosion in a dodgy part of town, and all the heightened security officers go straight there, and we go to an unattended ship and wander off.
You don't know if the ship is near you because it's in the Zeta system.
It's all right. We can go and, space snooze for a little bit. I don't know.
I reckon we say. What do you reckon?
I reckon it's a solid plan.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay.
It's just a tiny bit of terrorism. It's fine.
Just a smidge.
I think we need to give AI our big plan in multiple stages and ask for what roles we need to make. Because then it's going to get in the habit of giving us roles and it will give us the results based on our roles. Right? So maybe we split cargo. Who does what? What do you reckon? We need to find a police ship and we need to create a distraction. Maybe two people could go find a police ship because then there could be two checks to see what we find, and then creating a distraction is basically just setting off a bomb in a certain.
Well, we do have a box of bombs on the little ship.
What, the one that we just brought?
Didn't we sell that just now?
No, no, that was the case of weapons.
Oh, the
box of
one
bombs
where
that you tripped over.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Literally stumbled across, in fact.
Quite.
The crew returns to one of our two stolen ships and takes out the crate of explosives that we had stolen and plant it next to the dodgy tavern.
The cantina.
The
It
dodgy.
yielded no answers. It will yield no future.
The dodgy cantina or the Star's End?
Dodgy. Let's go Stars End. Let's go mainstream.
Ooh.
Let's cause a ruckus. If we didn't get him out of prison, we're going to prison anyway. So
Oh my
that's our backup
We
plan.
get a
Is
ticket
just
there.
yeah, exactly. Free ride. To set off to
love
a timed
piracy.
explosion at, in the alleyway behind Stars End,
No one's going to be like, what's that suspicious looking?
and around the
crate?
time where we
Sitting in the
plan
middle
for
of
it to
this
go
thing.
off, we the three of us each are looking for a police spacecraft to take when to try and what's the word commandeer
Commandeer.
when the police are on the ground trying to supposedly or hopefully investigate the explosion.
Do you plan on leaving your existing ships?
Yeah, because we got to get in to the thing. Got to get into
They won't know.
prison.
Prison ship.
This is a lot to be doing at once.
Yeah, ask for roles. What different roles do we need to make to achieve this?
Yeah, if we ask for sequential roles and then we do all that, we can feed it to the AI and then say, create a narrative based on these events.
Okay.
I think we're setting the tone of we're trying to play in broader strokes.
Yeah.
I think it would be more drawn out if we weren't limited to 25 prompts. But I think it's better to get a more dramatic story where more happens with the 25 prompts we have anyway. I could be wrong. If you guys want to be a little more organic in our play, I'm happy.
Oh,
to.
this is interesting.
No, I think this works well, and it'll be interesting to see if it can do it.
Where are we at?
And you will need to form a narrative based on the dice results. I'm going to read this out to you.
Yeah.
I'm going to provide a list of intended actions. This is in square brackets. A list of intended actions from the crew. Are you able to provide a list of skill checks they will need to attempt? I will provide all of the dice results, and you will need to form a narrative based on the dice results. Dice results. The crew returns to their ships and takes out a crate of explosives, and they intend to plant it in an alley next to Star's End. They intend to set off a timed explosion. After the explosion, they intend to find a vacant police ship that they can commandeer. Is that it?
Yep.
We good with that?
Yep. That's a lot for it to handle. I'm curious to see how it goes.
Here are the skill checks the crew will need to attempt for their plan. Stealth check for moving the crate of explosions through the spaceport without attracting attention. Doesn't give a challenge level. Demolitions check for properly setting up explosions in the alley next to Starlands. Timed explosion check. I forgot about the timed explosive skill.
Oh,
For setting the correct timer so that the crew has enough time to escape the blast radius. Perception check to find a vagrant police ship. Systems engineering check for Wrench to bypass the security systems and gain access to the police ship. Piloting check to
It
successfully.
remembered that you're a systems
that's
engineer.
really cool.
Yeah. Should I change it to?
I mean, we
should
can
I
just-
edit the prompt to say? Provide.
I think
I think we can just.
I think we
feed that
correct
in.
it. We say you forgot to provide challenge levels. Mm-hmm. We have assigned them in this instance, but
Okay.
please provide challenge levels in future prompts. Copy its list of things and just put in brackets challenge level or CL like 3, 4, whatever it is.
Doesn't matter. I think you just provide the results because it's
Yeah.
trained on how to do it anyway. It just didn't in this instance.
Okay, yeah, I guess we just put in the challenge level ourselves and then just tell it.
Like
it
I
was
don't
this,
know
but
if we
then-
need to provide it with the challenge level.
No. I think what I'm saying is we provide it with a challenge level we decided on and rolled on, right? So we copy the list it gave us, right?
Do you just want to give it training on why you picked those challenge levels?
No, it's done a good job so far. We're just reminding it to give us challenge level numbers.
Yeah, no. It's like you forgot to provide challenge level 3 skill check. We've self-assigned our own, and here are the results.
Yes, and then just say in future, please make sure to
Yeah.
provide challenge levels. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So we just need to decide on what we're assigning and roll. These are really Moorish. who brought them?
Hi.
Thank you, or how dare you?
Yeah, it's a healthy combination of both.
All right,
Yeah, wow.
timed explosives check.
Yeah. So first was stealth to get it there.
Okay. I feel like that's you, and I feel like you're also the explosive guy. You're the breach and
now.
clearer.
All right,
Yep,
we're doing
okay.
them one at a time.
So I reckon your pirate vocation, the sheets are down
Sheets.
there. Down there.
Down there?
Yours is there.
Mine's here.
Wrench is there.
I mean, this is a lot. We're basically fitting more than 7
There you go.
prompt scenarios into one prompt.
Yeah.
So,
But
see how it goes.
Happens.
okay. So
So let's decide. Let's go one at a
let's
time.
establish.
So stealth.
Okay.
It's not super busy and people aren't looking for us right now.
Yeah. And
No, there are heightened security in there.
3.
it's true. But the commercial district is basically next to the cantina anyway, so boxes being moved
yeah.
around is
I said challenge
pretty
level 3.
normal.
Just-
Okay.
So are you going to write the
Yeah, I'm
challenge
doing
level?
it.
Okay.
Yep.
3.
Right.
Challenge level 3, which was passed. All right, next.
Demolitions.
Just to be clear, we are committing an act of
Yes.
straight up.
We are so well past that point.
I am going to kill so less people than you have.
I know, probably.
You're going to cause some building damage.
All right. What perchance is the demolitions check?
Well, I'm going to say you're skilled in a shiv,
Yes.
but you're a pirate boarder. So I would suggest like maybe assist with that, and then we just have a weapons check, which you're not trained in, which you would have like 3 dice plus intelligence, so maybe 4 dice to roll. I would probably say it's challenge level 4.
I would say 2.
You reckon?
You're pirates. You deal with dangerous shit all the time. It's probably not the first
Meet
time
in the
it's used
middle. Let's call it
explosions.
3.
Yeah. Shortly setting up an explosive isn't too hard. It's
Okay.
stopping it is.
We did
Alright.
that once.
Challenge level 3. So
Now
do you
there
want to
is-
assist?
Right, immediately after this, there is a timed explosive check for setting the timer.
Well then,
So wait,
let's
what's
just
the
make it one check.
Yeah.
Call them both 3 and give them the same result for both.
Okay.
Whatever he rolls. So challenge level 3, you can assist with your pirate border
Okay.
vocation. So roll 6 dice to assist if you would like to assist.
Okay. Start with that.
You got +1. So now you roll 4 dice, and it's your result +1. on a challenge level 3. It's still going to be tight. 3 plus 1, so 4.
Hey.
So passed.
Huzzah.
All right, next.
2 seconds.
Perception check.
I hope everyone enjoyed massive forehead as I lean forwards into the camera.
Oh my god, it's
Perception check to find a
Wait, do that
vacant
again.
police ship.
it's like the gravity.
Perception check to find a vacant police ship.
That's us.
That's no moon.
Okay.
I'm going to say this one's you.
Yeah, but what's the challenge level?
Oh, that's harder.
I got 4.
Yeah,
For
4.
finding a ship?
A vacant police
vacant one.
ship.
Okay.
4. Challenge level 4. 2. So failed. Uh-oh.
That part was simple but crucial.
Stealth check for approaching the police ship without being detected.
Assumes we might think that we found one and we're just stealth. This will be interesting.
You found the most occupied police
Challenge
starship
level-
in the system.
I don't know.
Let's say 3 and let's say you passed. Oh, I want to know what it does when it has to realize we failed to find a police ship, but we succeeded to sneak up
just
to it.
walk on
You
another
failed to
one.
find the least occupied.
Okay.
Police ship.
Well,
Okay.
let's see what it does.
So we have a systems engineering check for wrench to bypass the security systems. Challenge level 3.
Good. Hang on. So what's
Police ship for
4.
systems?
With high security.
It would just-
Like the engineer.
engineer check. Yeah, so 6. 6
Okay.
dice, challenge level 4. Hey,
That's pretty good.
4. So 6 passed. All right.
Oh my
AI is
god.
ruthless.
The last one is a piloting check.
Piloting check. Who's
That'll be me.
all right?
Oh yeah, dear.
To successfully take the ship.
So
Look,
question.
yeah.
Question. Small
Why
interjection.
would it be me? What is
You're
your
going to
ride
pilot
skill?
the pirate ship away. Where
You're
am
a pilot.
Where do I find ride pilot?
You're jumping on board. Wait, this is the
I? Oh no,
sequence.
no more jumping.
This is the sequence of events.
Oh, wow.
So I think
I'm pretty
it's-
good at this.
We're all catching up. Yeah, you're pilot. Challenge level.
You've all flown ships before.
Challenge level 2, 3.
Yeah.
3.
3.
Passed. All right. I am curious to see how it's going to stitch this together with the failed to find a police ship. Yeah, go.
Are we ready?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Ready.
The crew successfully moves the crate of explosive through the spaceport without attracting any attention, thanks to their stealthy approach. They find a suitable alley next to Star's End and carefully set up the explosives. With their knowledge of demolitions, they manage to rig the explosives correctly and set the timer to give them enough time to escape the blast radius. After planting the explosive, the crew begins searching for a vacant police ship. Unfortunately, their perception fails them, and they are unable to locate one immediately. Not wanting to waste any more time, they decide to continue with their plan and trying to find an alternative escape route. As they approach the nearest police ship, they manage to remain undetected due to their stealthy approach. Wrench uses his systems engineering check to bypass the ship's security system and gain access. Once inside, they fully commandeer the ship, with the pilot managing to fly it smoothly despite the challenge. With their plan in motion and the explosive set, they wait for the timer to run out and the explosion to occur, ready to make their escape. That'll be liftoff!
I guess it's time to go.
All right.
Whoops.
Oh, should
When the explosion goes off,
we wait for anyone who might be vacating the ship
yes.
at the sound of the explosion?
Yep. We hide in the police ship.
And open the airlock. Okay.
We've already piloted the ship.
We should definitely
Yeah.
check the
Oh, the
security systems, like cameras, to see if we can see anyone else on the ship.
Yeah. They're really, really addictive, Murray.
Is that literally what we're going to do? We're gonna,
How are we pitching this?
Yeah. So yeah, we failed to tell it who was doing what task, so it's just put us together for the whole thing.
Yeah.
So that saves us regrouping or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we, intentionally maybe didn't tell it. Because I don't know how, we're throwing a lot at it very quickly, but it's also getting less descriptive and interesting. Maybe give it that feedback put in square brackets. You're telling us the beats of what's happening, but you're not being very descriptive or inventive. Please make sure to be much more creative than you are being.
All right. Shall we put the narrative in its hands? We'll give it,
Yeah.
we're going to check the security systems. Once the explosions go off, we'll wait for anyone to vacate the ship if there is anyone. And then once we get a bit of distance from anyone, we'll quietly slip away.
Yeah, I think
Because I think we're going to go for a stealthy leave rather than just burn out out of the port.
Yeah, for sure.
Just hyper job straight out of the atmosphere.
Yeah. While still tethered.
Oh god.
Taking everything with us.
Oh boy. Gee, remember that time we jumped in deep space untethered?
That was like 10 minutes ago.
It's been a long day.
It's been a very long day.
Yeah, this has all been one
It's
day.
been one day.
So the crew now aboard the ship is going to investigate the hijacked ship to check for any other people aboard while they wait for the explosion. Is that it? We good with that?
Yeah.
Yep. Do we want to give it like our plan?
You gave it feedback, yeah?
I did.
Okay, cool.
Yep.
As the crew settles into the commandeered police ship, the interior lights flicker to life, revealing a surprisingly well-maintained vessel. The walls are adorned with official insignias and the control panels are neatly organized and polished. The air has a faint scent of disinfectant, a testament to the ship's cleanliness. Slip, Cargo, and Wrench share a glance, realizing that their newly acquired ship has been cared for meticulously.
Feel so bad for what we're going to do to this ship, inevitably.
Not wanting to take any chances, they decide to thoroughly investigate the ship for any other occupants while they await the explosion. They split up, each taking a different section of the ship to
wow.
cover more ground effectively.
Just clearing
I thought
the
we'd
ship.
check the cameras, but
Cargo strides
Let's
down
be in
there.
isolation this.
Nice. Cargo strides down the narrow, dimly lit corridor, his heavy footsteps echoing through the ship. He peers into the crew quarters, finding only neatly made beds and personal lockers. It's clear that the crew assigned to this ship took their duty seriously. Meanwhile, Slip deftly navigates the ship's engineering and maintenance sections. The hum of the engines fill the air as he weaves between the snaking pipes and complex machinery.
Why am I parkouring through the pipes?
To his surprise, everything is in perfect working order with no signs of tampering or unexpected passengers. Wrench, on the other hand, explores the ship's cargo hold and science labs. The cargo hold is neatly filled with stacks of crates, secured and labeled with precision. The science labs are equally orderly, with instruments
That's
and
what
equipment.
I like to see.
I like precise labels.
I like cargo.
With instruments and equipment neatly arranged on spotless countertops. Except this is Wrench, not you. This is,
Oh,
as the crew regroups, they can
What you
confidently.
looking at?
can you pass me the USB cable?
As the crew regroups, they can confidently confirm that there are no other people aboard the ship.
Including this?
They gather in the cockpit, each taking a seat at the controls, and wait for the explosion. The tension in the air is palpable, as they know that their planned success hinges on the chaos that the explosion will create. They can only hope that their timing and execution are flawless.
So we're still waiting for this story to unfold.
How long did you put the timer for?
You could literally type 3, 2, 1, boom,
Oh, true.
and then in a new line say,
Do
the
you,
crew prepare to
you wanna fly
stealthily
this
take
thing, or
off
am I flying this
when the
thing?
calamity outside ensues.
I can.
Okay.
I've got skill in piloting.
I'll have my hand over the airlock button, just in
Is that
case.
it?
Yeah.
In case of
Wrench, you're on airlock duty. Slip, you fly the ship. I'll watch the cargo hold.
Also, could
As
we
any
find
good
out?
captain does.
Could we find out if there are any schematics to the Iron Bastion? Plus, if this ship, well, of course, this ship has armaments, and what they might be.
That's a great idea.
Maybe also find out how far away this place is, if that's relevant to any storytelling time frame.
So we're just gonna go in guns blazing.
No, we're going out, guns blazing.
Guns blazing.
Then we're gonna go in nice and quiet to the airlock chamber systems thing. You know how airlocks work. It's your thing, really. Isn't it?
Airlock
Don't
control
understand it.
center.
Okay. 3, 2, 1, boom. The crew prepared to stealthily take off, leave as calamity ensues outside.
So cool.
As they fly away, Wrench is going to investigate the ship's logs for any plans for the Iron Bastion, and Slip and Cargo investigate the ship's weapons capabilities.
Excellent.
We good with that?
Yes.
The explosion rattles the spaceport. Wow. Sending shockwaves through the surrounding area. As alarms blare and panicked citizens scramble for cover, the crew seizes their opportunity. Wrench expertly guides the
piloting.
police ship off the landing pad, keeping its movements subtle and stealthy amidst the chaos. While Wrench navigates the ship away from Nexus Station, Slip and Cargo explore the ship's weapon systems. They discover an array of advanced weaponry at their disposal, including high-powered laser cannons, missile launchers, and even a cutting-edge cloaking device.
How convenient.
The ship is clearly built for swift and decisive engagements, making it an ideal vessel for their crew. As Wrench sifts through the ship's logs, he finds detailed records of the Iron Bastion's defenses and patrol routes, as well as its communication protocols. He also uncovers valuable intelligence on the station's leadership and key personnel. Armed with this information, the crew realizes that they now have a significant advantage in their quest to find Captain Frugal.
Yes!
With the spaceport fading into the distance, the crew gathers in the cockpit to discuss their next move. They have a powerful ship, a wealth of intel, and the element of surprise on their side. Their journey to the Iron Bastion will undoubtedly be fraught with danger and unexpected challenges, but they have never felt more prepared for the trials ahead.
What kind of police ship needs a cloaking device? I don't know. It's just a weird thought.
All right. Just want to point out that lovely soft transition into a new background provided by AI of us on our police cruiser. Let's go.
Let's do it.
I like how it sort of says, "Will our heroes find the
Find out next time!
Dragon Ball?" Sorry.
I remember those days.
All right.
Miss Cheese TV.
And then you'd have,
Peace.
what's in the box? In the box.
Yeah.
Shit, I'm late for school. Oh my God!
And if you're
Now-
up too early, you'd have to watch the aerobics thing.
Yeah.
And if you're up earlier than that, there was a televangelist guy that would be just preaching in front of it. It was
Oh,
so weird.
sick.
Oh,
I
man.
never got up that
Yeah,
early.
really? My parents got up real early for work. just really Australian flashback there somewhere about it feels.
Cheese TV. So, how did it end off and how do we play this out?
With the spaceport fading into the distance, the crew gathers in the cockpit to discuss their next move. They have a powerful ship, a wealth of intel, and the element of surprise on their side. Their journey to the Iron Bastion will undoubtedly be fraught with danger and unexpected challenges, but they have never felt more prepared for the trials ahead.
Well,
You know, I've never felt as prepared for the trials ahead as I do right now.
you think this is how people are usually supposed to feel planning something out?
I don't know. I've never spoken to anyone who's commandeered a police cruiser. Hey, on the spectrum of like piratey things, this is up there. This is pretty cool, you
It's
guys.
pretty cool.
It's not bad.
I mean,
Usually we just sort of open the door and apparently
Hang on.
throw ourselves at
This
things.
is
that's true.
like
Like literally ourselves at objects in deep space.
you know what? Don't worry about it. I don't think this vehicle is being tracked. It's fine. It's fine. It's
Oh
fine.
yeah, it's like Apple. You know?
It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Well, I mean, it has stealth capabilities. How do you train something with
Just
stealth?
turn off the transponder. There
kind
we
of-
go.
It kind of implies that this ship sort of goes off on its own and does its own thing.
Yeah,
Hello, false. Whoa. It's fine.
it's fine. They're not
It's
gonna
fine.
come
They're not
up.
gonna lie.
I think we have the amount of time it takes for its original crew to realize that
Yes.
it is no longer
yes.
there.
It's out of here. We're out of here. We're heading to where? The Zeta Quadrant?
Cargo says
Yeah.
out loud,
Zeta.
I'm sure having stolen a police cruiser, a transport barge, and an illegitimate smuggler ship
It's a fleet.
won't have any people tracking or tracing us and springing unpleasant
Oh, no.
revenge plots later in our adventure.
That means that's one ship for each person. Does that mean someone gets promoted now?
Captain H.
Like, no, does someone
Yeah,
have to
who's
be like
Admiral?
a captain of
Fleet
like,
Admiral.
like a commodore or what? Like admiral? Like, I don't know how it works.
It would be entirely entertaining if it turned out this ship was actually tracking us.
That would be really funny.
that would be
really. Hey, it's right on our tail. Hey, it's us. Oh my god. It really got me there. Ugh. Ha. Stupid.
In the meantime, I'm going to busy myself memorizing all the codes and passwords that it said it had for dealing with other ships.
I memorized the well, if we have the Iron Bastion schematics, that and every positionable airlock.
Yeah, I want to know the passcodes to interact with other police ships, green light codes, and for getting into the Iron Bastion.
It's an older code, so it checks out.
And Cargo goes around to all of the bathroom quarters and rubs all of the toothbrushes down his butt crack and puts them all back. What? Because they're going to get their shit back eventually. So, he's giving the middle finger to the arm of the law. 4 months from now, at night time on this ship, 4 soldiers brushing, just like, there's something about this toothpaste.
Nice. All right, while Rob types that, you have a bit of birthday stream funding and a little message.
What? We got a birthday thingy. Thank you, New Doc Prime. Just wanted to say thank you to everyone. That's so nice. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Yeah, so nice.
Cargo says out loud, I'm sure having stolen a police cruiser, a transport barge, and an illegitimate ship, that we won't have any people tracking or tracing us with any unpleasant revenge plots in the future. Slip spends his time memorizing all the codes and passwords required to communicate with other ships. Wrench spends his time memorizing the Iron Bastion's defenses and codes, etc. And Cargo goes around to all of the bathroom quarters and does unspeakable things with the original crew's personal belongings because of spite. And this is how they spend their time heading to the Iron Bastion.
Give it square brackets and just say, remember to create events and opportunities for the players to react to, and also you can make downtime interesting.
Remember to wait. Go from the start.
Remember to create events and scenarios for players to
Yes, I
react
do agree.
to
This is
that they
biological
don't
warfare.
instigate directly, and also remember to creatively narrate
It's fine. Just another card
periods
down to the
of
list.
transition or downtime, and keep the story moving. Okay.
I don't know. Do we have a Geneva Convention in
Right.
this universe? It's fine.
Okay.
Don't worry about it.
All right.
We're good with that?
Yep.
That made me laugh, Tris.
Oh no!
Something went wrong. If the issue persists, please contact us through our help center at help.openai.com.
Oh no. Do the same prompt square brackets at the start.
No, I'm just going to
Just refresh,
and
yeah.
go again.
Let's put this time down.
We'll lose a prompt for that though, which is annoying.
No.
Really? Sure?
Pretty sure.
Yeah.
Mark one off just in case, but I don't believe so.
Yes, Tris, I agree. Remember to do
Everyone
better,
does
Tin
deal
Can
with
asshole.
As the crew immerses themselves in their various tasks, they can't help but feel a sense of unease. Cargo's words hang in the air, and it's clear that their actions have made them a target for many factions. Nevertheless, they press on, determined to locate Captain Frugal and settle their scores.
I hope we like this guy.
All right. Yeah. I hope he's not a dick.
Depends how Rob voice acts him, let's be honest.
That's very true. During their journey, the stolen police cruiser's communication system crackles to life, intercepting a transmission from an unknown source. The voice on the other end speaks with authority and malice.
Attention, thieves. We know what you've done. You've stolen our ships and betrayed our trust. You cannot run forever. We are coming for you.
And Mavis?
Do you think that's directed at us?
She had a.
Is that just like an open band or what? Is that for?
I'm sure that was a voice thing, but I
It's probably
swear to
like
God, Aunt Mavis, she smoked like 10 packs a day, so maybe that makes
That might.
The transmission cuts out, leaving the crew 10 packs. Do the math on that. That's 300 cigarettes.
Yeah, they're space cigarettes.
All right.
Fictional Aunt Mavis.
The transmission cuts out, leaving the crew in tense silence. It's unclear who sent the message, but one thing is for certain. They've made powerful enemies. Who? Who? Everyone you've encountered so far has been jettisoned into space. Actually,
it
no,
could
that's
be
not true.
Nikolai.
Nikolai.
It could be
Nikolai.
Nikolai.
It's probably
Oh,
Nikolai.
if that's the case, let me do the voice again. Attention, please. As they approach the Iron Bastion, the crew takes stock of their situation. They have a wealth of intel, a formidable ship, and a burning desire for revenge. But they also face countless unknown dangers, both from their pursuers and the Iron Bastion itself. The crew knows they must tread carefully, for one wrong move could spell their doom. With this in mind, they devise a plan to infiltrate the Iron Bastion. Using the stolen police cruiser's cloaking device and the codes obtained from the ship's logs, they hope to slip past the station's defenses undetected and gather the information they need to locate Captain Frugal. As they prepare to put their plan into action, the crew can't help but wonder what surprises await them within the Iron Bastion. Only time will tell if their daring scheme will lead to victory or doom.
Oh, I thought you made that last one up. How do we tell it to stop? End of episode Dragon Ball Z every prompt.
I actually love it. I actually love
It's
it.
kind of great. Okay,
It's overly dramatic narrator.
I love it so much.
we should maybe this is how real roleplay sessions should be run. We could learn from this. As you encounter your danger, will you succeed or fail in your endeavors? So, the music really sort of underlies that vibe, doesn't it?
All right, there she is. The metal fortress, the steel space bastion. What's it called?
The Iron Bastion.
Iron.
Well, it's just steel,
Iron
steel stronger
Bastion.
than iron, so
Is it steel?
I think so.
Okay, steel bastion must be higher security.
Stealing's what we do, though.
Ah, that's right. Okay, I guess
Nice.
That I didn't make somebody else.
All right. Well, luckily, lads, I think that this little open transmission has given us a reason to be here. What if this Nikolai is just getting a little bit too overbearing,
Yeah, maybe it's not for us.
and perhaps Captain Frugal has some information on them? Something that someone in a fairly clandestine police spaceship might want to go and talk to him about.
You also don't know if it's Nikolai.
It sounded like his voice.
You could say,
you-
I bet you could say, I bet you that mystery caller was Nikolai, and AI will be like, nice.
Yeah,
That AI will be like the GM was
I think
like,
I will.
yeah, that
Yeah.
may have been who I
definitely.
planned it to be.
Do you want to do that?
Yeah, I reckon.
Who says it?
Slip.
Yeah. Well, either it was it said it was an open band transmission. So are we presuming
We could
it was voice
speculate.
or text?
We could,
His voice, I think.
yeah, the crew. We could say the crew speculate as to who the mystery caller was.
Well,
Slip assumes
we are going to use whatever information, even if we don't actually think it was Nikolai. We're going to say it is Nikolai, or it's Nikolai covering his voice,
Maybe
and
it's
we're just
like
going to
a
craft that story
maybe it's
for
like
our
a
own
scam
benefit.
call. Maybe they're just transmitting and like, look, if you subscribe to this
like a
thing,
chain
yeah,
email.
We could return. We could respond to the call just like, you have reached police cruiser
Oh, shit, that's
7863. We can't take your call right now, but if you call quadruple zero quadrant A, you will take you through to the nearest assistant.
This is a police cruiser.
What am I writing?
Yeah. I don't know. Engineer a prompt, Rob. That's your thing.
What are we doing?
Wait, what are you talking about? You firmly believe it's Nikolai and you want to fuck with him?
No, we're going to use that as an excuse to get onto the Bastion.
How so?
By saying that we've been following leads and Nikolai is getting a bit too big for his breeches. You know, he's becoming a menace intergalactically, and we have reason to believe that Captain Frugal might have some information on him.
We're
So we're going to
You're
go.
all pretending to be cops.
We are
Yes.
impersonating the police now.
So we're going to go and interrogate Captain Frugal. Wink, wink.
Okay, I like that.
Yeah,
I like that.
would like to raid the uniform store. I'm still wearing 2 hats. Oh my god.
We all wear police uniforms, except Wrench is wearing 2 ship transport captain hats. No, what are you typing? I can't stand by anything we've said in the last 15 minutes. What have you got? I don't trust it, whatever it is.
That's rude.
So we're gonna go.
I'm just trying to give it
We're
context,
just gonna
but I
ask
need it.
him a couple of questions.
Yeah. So the crew speculates to say who the mystery call was. They firmly believe it was Nikolai. Slip speaks up about his plan. What we need to do is sneak onto the Iron Bastion, pretending to be police. We've been investigating Nikolai, see, and we believe that Captain Frugal may have information about him that we need to continue our investigation.
Yep. The crew dress as police officers, ready to
Look the part.
look the. Yep, cool, well said. And proceed to embark the floating space bastion. Add in square brackets. Remember to get the players to roll this stuff and provide challenge levels.
What a captivating story.
Cap. Debate.
Ah! You got a lot of puns. It's great. My tummy's full of
Full of yummy gummy bears.
So I just said the crew dress as police officers ready to embark on the Iron Bastion and put their plan into action. I said also remember to request any skill check rolls where relevant, provide the skill and the challenge level.
All right.
Has someone in the chat
All right.
been tracking the amount of crimes committed?
This is
and what
space
the-
future.
This is also
What is
space future.
what is a crime?
What is a crime? That's true.
Well, I think the police in the space
Yeah, we
future
are.
know.
We get to determine what the crimes are.
Clearly, they're pretty bad if the police are running around with cloaking devices.
That's
Oh,
very
it's losing
true.
it.
Oh, is it freaking
it?
out?
Oh, what do we got?
Oh.
Okay, so as the crew members disguise themselves as police officers, they realize that they'll need to maintain their cover as convincingly as possible. The success of their plan depends on it. Skill check, deception, challenge level 2. The crew disembarks from their stolen police cruiser, attempting to blend in with the other officers and personnel aboard the Iron Bastion. As they make their way through the busy corridors, they exchange casual greetings with the people they pass, trying to appear as inconspicuous as possible. Stealth check,
partner.
challenge level 2. The objective is to locate the central command center, where they hope to access the station's database and gather information about Captain Frugal's whereabouts. They need to navigate the labyrinthine hallways and maintain their cover while avoiding the suspicious. Please roll deception and stealth check to provide the roll. Actually, that's not too bad.
Okay, let's do
solid.
it.
I like
Let's
how
do
it's
it.
running with our sequential check thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's sort of like, that's how they want to play. We're doing 10 things at once. All right.
It works for the action
Deception and
economy.
stealth.
For the,
do it.
Deception.
For 25 prompts, we're halfway through.
cool. All right, so it's my plan. So if I lead with the deception, how about that?
Sounds like a plan, Mr. I actually have points in deception. Fail.
No, 2.
2. Pass.
Oh, it was 2. Oh, what were the challenge levels?
Both level 2.
Okay. Was it only 2 checks?
Yep.
Okay, cool.
So you're getting into the ship and then maintaining that.
Well, I'd say your stealth as well, mister. Mr.
Sure.
Lead the way.
I can do that. Five. No, it's 4 plus. I can count. 2.
Nice.
2 4-ups on 6 dice.
We're ready to that.
I'm
Pass,
good at
pass.
this.
That's it.
Yeah.
With their disguises and confident demeanor, the crew successfully fools everyone they encounter, blending seamlessly into the Iron Bastion's police force. Their deception and stealth skills serve them well as they navigate the station's labyrinthine corridors without arousing suspicion. With arousing suspicion.
What?
I said without arousing suspicion. I said with and then corrected myself to without, but then it made me laugh because they snuck around with arousing suspicion. I'm not sure about that thing.
sneaking jazz plays in the background.
They make their way through the station, they spot signs pointing them towards the central command center. Sticking to their plan, they continue to feign casual conversation and interactions with the officers and personnel they encounter. The tension in the air is palpable, but they maintain their composure. Upon arriving at the central command center, they find the room bustling with activity, officers manning consoles and monitoring various displays. The crew members glance at each other, understanding the crucial moment has arrived. In order to access the information they seek, Wrench will have to infiltrate the station's database without alerting anyone to their true intentions. Hacking challenge level 3.
Hacking.
Cool. Let's call it your systems engineer.
Systems engineer. McKinney.
I mean, we could, if you want to, we could call that its own skill, and you could use systems engineer as a assist, or you can just use this skill.
Whatever.
Challenge level 3. Fail.
Look good.
Did you want to use a destiny point?
Is that your last one?
It is.
Okay.
Am I going
so
to
we'll
die?
call it a
You're gonna
success
use it?
and no more destiny points.
Yep.
Yep.
And then let's also add that I don't know how or who we want to do this through, but I think we need to find where Captain Frugal is being.
That's what you're doing.
Oh,
And
okay, cool.
and then I unlock all the
Okay,
cell
so then I think we need to
doors,
give
and
it the
then
next-
turn off life support.
Well, hang on.
What?
We
Ah.
need to. We're not going to turn off life support and airlock in the room we're in. So we need to get
Damn it, we're not in
Captain
spacesuits.
Frugal in our room. Turn off the airlock everywhere except our room.
That's true.
That's the way to do it.
True.
So we need a way to escort. So I think if you stay with the airlocks, don't you dare turn the airlock off when we're. In fact, you'll come in.
Ah, damn it.
Where are you having this discussion? You're in the bridge. With hundreds of people around.
We're standing in front of the airlock command console. And we're just
Do not press this
There's like
button.
17 people in the room, which is like, no, we can't turn off the airlock straight away. We gotta go get the prisoner, bring them here, then turn off the airlock. But you're coming with us, because otherwise you'll turn off the airlock, because we don't trust you. You're very slippery around airlock
If anyone's
buttons.
listening, I'm telling you, standard police procedure, go back to your business.
I mean, not that I'm against your wanton career of murder, but we could just say that we need him.
That's a great idea. Interrogation. Bring Captain. Well, they won't know him as Captain. Bring prisoner Frugal up to the freaking command center, where we will escort him to be into what's the word again? Interrogated.
Interview.
You did it.
Interrogate. It's like it's like a mean interview. It's like one that makes you uncomfortable. Well, interviews make me uncomfortable. It's like an interview with bodily harm.
Oh.
Torture.
That's a further step, but same idea. Torture is the same idea as an interview. Yeah.
Crimes list.
All right, so just a hacking check pass. The crew is going to request Captain Frugal be brought to them for interrogation immediately.
Let's make a story.
Okay.
We can say that and just say Cargo walks up to a nearby junior officer and looks at him sternly and says, I was expecting prisoner 786B to be here by now. I'm supposed to be interrogating prisoner Frugal. Why is he not here? Go get him immediately and bring him here so justice may be done.
It's getting very grandiose. I love it.
Yeah, police.
Woo!
Woo! Police.
Wee woo wee woo.
All right, we good with that?
Yeah.
All right, so it says Cargo. Can you read it or want me to read it? Cargo walks up to a nearby junior office.
Can we say while Wrench is surreptitiously hacking the system, so we make it sure it's happening at the same time?
Why do you keep trying to make me spell hard words? While Wrench is surreptitiously hacking the system, Cargo walks up to a nearby junior
Yeah.
officer.
Yep.
Okay. That it?
Yep.
As Wrench successfully hacks into the system, retrieving the information they need without raising alarms, Cargo intimidates the junior officer with his stern tone and demanding attitude. The junior officer, clearly flustered by Cargo's assertiveness, stammers, "Yes, sir. I'll get him right away." He rushes off to fetch Captain Frugal, leaving the crew to prepare for the interrogation. After a few minutes, the junior officer returns.
AI thinks we're going to interrogate them.
After a few minutes, the junior officer returns with Captain Frugal, who looks surprised to see his former crew. He's led into his room, his hands bound and closely guarded by the junior officer. The crew can see that Captain Frugal has been through a lot, his face showing signs of fatigue and a few bruises. The crew now has the opportunity to question Captain Frugal and decide on their next move.
Nope. Wrench!
This is the
Hit the airlock!
Oh my god, we're doing it again.
We slam down
Oh my
the room, the locks and doors. The door locks for
bulkheads.
the room
The bulkhead,
we're in.
yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
And
The blast doors.
and shut down life support and airlocks throughout the entirety of the steel iron bastion,
How big is this ship? How many more people?
and then open all of the doors on the ship separate to this room.
Within the bastion,
yeah, open all the cell doors.
shutting off life support.
I mean, there'll be a
Within
lot
the
of guards,
system.
a lot of support officers, and then a lot
and
of prisoners that
opening
we're about to get.
all internal doors.
Have we worked out how we're getting out of this?
It depends where you're activating this from.
We're in the bridge, aren't we?
Are you?
Cell doors.
I'm not in the bridge, aren't I? Oh no!
Cargo calls out for Wrench to hit the button, or hit the airlock button, disabling all airlocks within the Iron Bastion, shutting off life support within the system, and opening all internal doors, including the prisoner cell
All,
doors.
say all of the spaceship doors. Releasing all oxygen and killing the thousands of passengers.
So you're either
Aboard.
venting yourself, or you are venting an entire station, and then 20 people are standing around looking at you standing next to a button like,
You seem to really have developed a passion for your role in this room.
Really?
Captain Frugal's just like, the airlock guy. I remember you.
Developed
You've
a
really
itch.
come a long way.
Captain Frugal's like, what has become of my son? Who is this monster? I didn't raise him like this.
Cargo calls out for Wrench to hit the airlock button, disabling all airlocks within the Iron Bastion, shutting off life support within the system, and opening all of the spaceship doors, including the prisoner cell doors. This releasing all oxygen on board the Iron Bastion and creating a vacuum into outer space outside. Good with that?
Yeah.
Bam.
Oh my god.
Can't be the most wanted space pirate of ever. He's dead.
We're doing it again.
Wrench hesitates for a moment.
Put in square brackets, don't speak for the player, or don't.
Don't give him morality.
Already said so.
Don't make me feel bad about this.
I mean for the next one.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
doesn't matter really.
Wrench hesitates for a moment, realizing the consequences of his actions, but ultimately decides to follow Cargo's command. He inputs the necessary codes into the console, triggering a sequence of events that will drastically change the situation on the Iron Bastion. As Wrench hits the airlock button, alarms blare throughout the facility and red emergency lights begin to flash. The airlocks and spaceship doors throughout the Iron Bastion open, causing a rapid decompression. The life support systems shut down and the oxygen is quickly sucked into the vacuum of space. Panic ensues as people scramble to find emergency oxygen supplied or sealed compartments to protect themselves from the vacuum. The junior officer guarding Captain Frugal loses his grip on the captain and is pulled towards an open airlock, disappearing into the void. In the chaos, the crew...
That's the room we're in.
The door was shut, wasn't it?
Evidently not. In the chaos.
You did tell him to override every door.
That's true.
As if this was one.
I said except this room.
This was one
I
button.
said except this
Well, I
room.
repeated the prompt back to you twice and you didn't tell me to add that. In the chaos, the crew must act quickly to save themselves and Captain Frugal from a similar fate and find a way to escape the Iron Bastion before
I
it's
would
too
like
late.
to seal the immediate area, please. Whoops.
Don't drink happy with the airlock.
Oh my god.
Friendly fire! Friendly fire!
How many people is on this ship? This was. Oh my god.
We attempt to
Yes,
seal
yes.
the air in only our room and allow the rest of the Iron Bastion to perish. Oh boy.
Those are the
chaos.
deep breaths we take as the doors are closed.
I would love if this AI is smart enough to TPK us.
The crew attempts to use the manual door override in the interrogation room, sealing the door and restoring life support within their room.
Who said we're in the interrogation room?
That's where you
That's
were.
where we took them. You do the interrogating in the interrogation room.
Okay.
Is that it?
No. What? How do we shape this?
Well, you intentionally got spacesuits for this exact situation.
And we're wearing police outfits.
Yeah.
We put on our spacesuits.
What?
Okay,
we bought them in duffel bags. Remember?
sure. Or we have to make our way to said spacesuits that would be stored on
We
the ship.
turn to Cargo turns to Captain Frugal and says,
Yeah, put this on.
while choking for oxygen, and dresses in his own spacesuit. Put this on, indicating to a spacesuit. Passing him a spacesuit, yeah. Cargo, Slip, and Wrench proceed to quickly put on their own. And then wait while the rest of the ship's passengers
Curious to see
perish.
if, like, ChatGPT was to like generate characters that survive. Have also managed to manually seal
It did,
themselves in.
it did describe people were rushing to seal themselves off.
Okay. The crew attempt to use the manual door override in the interrogation room, sealing the door and restoring life support within the room. The crew put on their spacesuits taken from the police ship they stole. Cargo turns to Captain Frugal and exclaims, "Quick, put this on," passing him a spacesuit. Cargo, Slip, and Wrench quickly put on their own. Once suited up, they patiently wait for the remaining passengers aboard to perish.
Yep. And let's instigate a conversation. Let's see if it can get. While waiting and the group is alone, Cargo says to Captain Frugal,
It's damn good to see you again, Captain. It's been some time. How'd you end up here? We thought you might have been dead.
Slow down.
Luke Skywalker.
Good to see you, Captain Frugal.
Damn good to see you again, Captain Frugal.
Little murderous for a stormtrooper, aren't you?
We thought you were dead. Man. How did you end up here? How you feeling?
Decompress the space police. Oh my god.
all right,
Good with
Trending
that.
hashtag.
okay.
Captain Frugal. They just take it word for word. Captain Frugal, visibly shaken by the events, takes the spacesuit from Cargo and puts it on with haste. The crew manages to use the manual door override, sealing the interrogation room and restoring life support within the room. They listen to the distant screams and chaos outside as remaining people on the Iron Bastion struggle to survive. After putting on the
I can't breathe.
After putting on the spacesuit, Captain Frugal takes a moment to catch his breath and then looks at Cargo and the rest of the crew. I've been better, he says, a mix of relief and exhaustion in his voice.
After we got separated, I got picked up by the authorities, and they thought they could use me as bait to lure the rest of you in. But I didn't think you'd be foolhardy enough to come after me. He smacks. I'm glad I was wrong.
Wait.
Captain Frugal.
Was this a trap? Well, we knew that.
Captain Frugal continues.
Now that we're all suited up, we need to get out of here. The Iron Bastion is likely sending out a distress signal, and it won't be long before reinforcements are arriving.
With a renewed sense of urgency, the crew starts planning their escape. They know they must navigate the treacherous vacuum of the Iron Bastion, avoid any surviving personnel,
Oh, there it is.
and find a way to safely return to their stolen police cruiser before the situation becomes even more dangerous.
Or we pilot the Iron Bastion.
Oh my god.
It's foolproof!
It's the biggest ship of all.
Only if it has engines. It might literally just be a space station.
Yeah, no, you're probably right. Okay. All right.
There's only one way to find out.
Does it have a steering wheel? General knowledge.
Cargo says to Wrench, initiate
up. Okay.
Initiate the Iron Bastion self-destruct protocol.
Oh my god.
And then we run back to our cruiser and cruise on out of here. Until we're sipping Mai Tais back on Makral.
Oh, Raka.
Kraka, yeah, that one.
That one.
Kraken Krugel thing.
It's alright.
He's not Mai Tai. M-A-I-T.
TAI, yeah.
I don't know.
We're sipping.
Could go back to.
Back on Raka.
Could go back to that place we were before and then make sure that Nikolai's not an they're not going to issue anymore.
Okay, what's that?
All right, and
Nice big
then
ship.
say the crew head off on their adventure. Head back to the ship, avoiding danger on the way, with the intent to fly away. Let's see what it does.
Wrench nods and proceeds to initiate the Iron Bastion self-destruct protocol. You are brutal. Initiate the Bastion self-destruct protocol.
What am I?
You're a monster, is what
Oh
you
my
are.
god.
You're so antisocial. You're hiding in the corner. You're like, oh, stay away, quick. Distraction. Stay away.
To socialize if everyone's dead. He proceeds to initiate the Iron Bastion self-destruct protocol using the access he gained earlier. It scrolled up on me. As the countdown timer begins, alarms blare throughout the station, warning of the impending destruction. With the clock ticking, the crew, including Captain Frugal, quickly make their way back to their stolen police cruiser. They encounter a few remaining security personnel along the way, but the spacesuits and the ongoing chaos give them enough of an edge to slip past unnoticed. Their hearts
I
race
didn't
as
even
they...
roll for this.
Yeah, I know. It's gone full story mode.
Yeah.
Their hearts race as they approach their ship, the time until the Iron Bastion's destruction growing nearer. Once on board, they waste no time in firing up the engines and disengaging from the docking clamps. As they pull away from the Iron Bastion, they watch the countdown timer hit 0, and a massive explosion rips through the station. Debris flies in every direction, creating a dangerous field of wreckage they must navigate through. The crew expertly weaves their way back through the debris, managing to avoid any collisions that would spell disaster.
I'm so glad the debris popped around us and in front of us.
Yeah, it's great.
Maybe the shielding. I don't know.
Finally, they break free of the debris field and set a course for Raka. As they make their way back to Raka,
Oh my god!
the crew breathes a collective sigh of relief, knowing that they have successfully rescued their captain and invaded the clutches of the Iron Bastion. They share stories of their adventures apart, and the camaraderie between them is stronger than ever. Cargo's promise of sipping Mai Tais on Raka feels like a well-earned reward after such a harrowing and dangerous experience. It's funny. I feel like it's going between really good narration and really good storytelling and being like, yeah, then this happened.
Is it part of the prompt that it was this is the final episode and it wants to wrap it up? Could that be
That would be
where that's coming from?
Maybe because I did tell it that it's narrating our final episode. But if that's the thing it remembers, it's like every prompt is like, how was that for an epic conclusion? Put in square brackets, tell it off for concluding too quickly. We were on prompt 17. This will be 18. We have like 7 more. We have enough for a little bit of closure or a twist. Do you know what? This is where it can be quite fun. Okay, put in square brackets. Mm-hmm. You've got what you've got, and then say, throw in a plot twist for our grand finale. Ooh. Be more descriptive than you ever have been. Whoa. And keep the drama high. And remember to ask players to make rolls, which you seem to keep forgetting to do, you numbskull.
Oh my goodness.
Insulting AI, I think, is a good strategy for future success.
What planet was Nikolai on? Just some random place.
I don't know.
Spaceport.
Was it it was some kind of spaceport.
Is that it? Just that?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I can't remember.
All right.
As the crew share stories and laughter, the ship's communication system suddenly comes to life with a hail from an unknown source.
The screens flicker to life, revealing a familiar face, grinning menacingly at them. Hello again, my friends, says the man, his voice dripping with contempt. It's Nikolai, the smuggler they portrayed. I must say, I'm impressed with your little stunt at the Iron Bastion.
Wait, he's English now?
I'm not. That was unintentional. But did you really think you could get away from me that easily?
You were Nikolai. I was Nikolai.
Was that, did he
you had more of a Brooklyn.
Okay, let's go from the top then.
Yeah.
Hello again, my friend. What the fuck was that? How did you do that? How did I do that?
You were like, my accent, but really,
hello again, no, it's
my friend.
Coffee.
I'm from Boston.
Hello again, how do you do that?
Hello again, my friends.
It doesn't sound right.
Nikolai.
It's me, Nikolai.
And now
I must say, I'm impressed with your little stunt at the Iron Bastion, but did you really think you could get away from me that easily? With a sinking feeling, the crew realize their stolen police cruiser is being tracked. They can see on the radar that several ships are converging on their location, all bearing the insignia of Nikolai's organization.
Oh, God.
Wow, he's big fish than we expected.
It's done something naughty.
What's it done?
The crew had hoped they'd seen the last of him, but it seems their past has caught up with them. Knowing they don't have much time, the crew springs into action, and Cargo shouts, "Wrench, we need to lose them!" Do you think you can rig up some kind of jamming device to throw them off our tail?
I should rig up some.
It's just taking over. It's just like, you know what, guys? I got this.
Do you want to do it, or do you want me to redo it and tell it not to?
Tell it. Say
So I can redo the prompt.
Yeah. We use this as another
It
prompt.
does.
Though. Yeah. No. So it's better to give it specific correction while redoing
Afterwards,
it.
yeah.
So use another prompt and put it in square brackets. That was great up until you spoke for the players.
Do we want to go with what it says, though?
No, because it's taken autonomy from us.
Well, then I'd be better correcting the previous response.
Just refreshing.
No.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Yeah, go on.
Yeah.
All right.
Then it'll come up with a whole other bad guy.
Is this the plot twist request one?
Yeah.
Can you add gut wrenching? Say
Tragic.
gut wrenching plot twist.
Wrench, your gut.
No, that's wrench gutting.
Oh. Airlock button.
You're really good at that.
So I added gut wrenching, and then I said, remember, you cannot speak as the players or take action as the player, only set the scene for them.
Yes. Okay.
All right, that still counts as another prompt.
Yeah.
Just as the crew begins to relax and dream of their much-deserved break on Hraka, Slip, who has been quietly monitoring the ship's communication systems, receives an unexpectedly and highly encrypted message. The crew gathers around the console, curiosity piqued as Slip manages to decrypt the
It's
message.
a lot more mysterious.
The decrypted message contains a set of coordinates and a single sentence. The treasure you seek lies where the stars meet the sea. The crew exchanges glances, trying to decipher the meaning of the cryptic message. They quickly realize that this could be a significant clue leading to a vast and legendary treasure hidden somewhere in the galaxy.
Treasure planet.
What the fuck is that? Wrench runs a deep scan of the given Wrench runs a deep scan. This is where it gets weird. Now
Now it gets weird.
he runs a deep scan of the given coordinates, which would require a skill check. Can you roll a challenge level 4 astrogation check?
I'm sorry, what? An what now?
Astrogation? It's astronavigation.
Astrogation.
Did it say astrogation?
It did.
The word is
Wow.
astrogation.
Yeah, astrogation check.
Oh my god,
check.
it literally said. Actually says astrogation.
To uncover
Wow.
any valuable information about the location. Meanwhile, Slip tries to trace the origin of the tries to trace the origin of the encrypted message, which will require a skill check as well. Hacking check challenge level 4.
Hey, GPT, how is this gut wrenching, by the way?
Yeah.
As the crew works together to unravel the mystery, they notice that the stolen police cruiser's onboard systems suddenly come to life, activating a hidden tracking beacon. They realize the realization dawns on them that they've been followed since they left the Iron Bastion. They can hear the low rumble of approaching ships, and a radar reveals a fleet closing in on their position.
Why have we got the sound of approaching ships
Cargo.
playing on the speakers?
Cargo, who has been keeping an eye on the radar, calls out, "We've got company."
Doing it again.
We cooked it.
Yeah, I think we broke AI, people.
We cooked it.
It's all right. You know what? We've got 6 prompts left. Let's have a play. Cargo walks up to the
Wait, do you want me to read the rest of it?
Oh,
Do
God.
you want me to read the rest of it?
It keeps going. Oh.
Yeah, go on.
You need to say, "We've got company. Looks like we didn't shake off everyone at the Iron Bastion." Do you want me to highlight it for you and you can read it out?
Oh, there's more.
Yeah, that's your line. Line.
We've got company. Looks like we didn't shake off everyone at the Iron Bastion.
With tensions mounting, the crew must now decide whether to fight, flee, or negotiate with the fleet that's rapidly closing in on them. The intensity of the situation is palpable as the crew scrambles to prepare for the confrontation ahead. The air inside the cruiser is thick with anticipation and determination. Anywhere else you go,
Okay.
the air is thin because you're living in a fucking vacuum.
All right, I use the intercom. Is that the end of the thing?
Blah, 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 blah,
Stakes
blah.
have never been higher.
The area with intimidation with the dark void outside is illuminated only by the distant glow of stars and the ever-nearing lights of the pursuing fleet.
cool.
The race for the treasure has begun and the stakes have never been higher.
Ah, yes, the treasure.
When the fuck was treasure a thing? I was, I mean. I mean, we are pirates. We've been doing much more of the killing than the
It's so
treasuring.
So on the
Race to the treasure, or
my god.
I use the intercom to the other the other police cruisers.
I would like to turn on the
the
cloaking
external
device.
com.
Yeah.
Incoming fleet. Yeah.
Save Captain Frugal or get awesome treasure. I use the intercom and say, "Help!"
Oh,
Right, wrong one.
Help! Mayday! We have been captured by an escaped prisoner by the name of Frugal. Captain Frugal.
Friggles in the game.
Yeah, he's like right there. I'm like, sorry, guy. Stakes have never been higher. What can I say?
We have incapacitated him.
Hold up.
and I turn on the cloaking device.
It's not a. It's a ship cloaking device. It's not a personal cloaking device.
Well, it's a ship. Yeah, we just cloak the ship.
Oh, that's a much better idea. Should we go down this path or should we just cloak
No, let's just give it a go.
Returning to the intercom, he says,
We have incapacitated this Captain Frugal character.
signal to Slip, like, get him, like, knock him.
Sorry, Captain. No offense. And are willing to give him back. No. And are looking for you to be rescued. I don't know. Can someone make this more convincing?
It kind of sounds like we've just rescued ourselves by knocking the prisoner unconscious.
Last time I made a transmission, I spaced 30 people. I think I'll leave this one to you.
I go to knock out Captain Frugal. Sorry, buddy. We tried. We really tried.
Oh, wait, hang on. I'm confused. Are we handing him over or are we running?
I don't know anymore. I was thinking like we knock him out, and we're pretending he took us hostage. So then we get rescued by one of the ships, and then we release the airlock. and go get the treasure.
All right, but this ship does have probably the best stuff.
I think it does. I think it's really
That's
cool.
a much better plan.
Yeah, like
What if you keep everything I said?
please activate the cloaking device.
Can you write our discussion talking ourselves out of a bad plan?
I activate the intercom. One moment, please.
Yes, please disregard last transmission.
And I play elevator music over the intercom.
Now you're gonna play the Centrelink hold music. Whoa, classical.
Your call is important to us. We will be recording this for quality assurance purposes. And if you have the time, we would like you to fill in the survey at the end of the call to rate our service and promptness.
Okay.
Thank you for your time.
So Slip says over the intercom, please ignore that. We'll be back in a second.
Yeah.
Be right
The
back.
crew discuss amongst themselves a variety of other plans, any of which would be better than what Cargo just said.
This is why you're not the captain.
I thought I was the captain. Am I not? Oh, no, I made you the captain.
You're
No.
the captain of 2 other ships.
That's right.
Commodore.
Did you know I was the captain of 2 other ships? I say to Captain Frugal.
You can tell because Wrench is wearing all the hats.
They grow up so fast.
I feel like I want to tell it all of this and just see what the hell it does. including Wrench wearing 2 hats.
I am wearing.
Just let this GM deal with its players spiraling and see what it does. The crew.
we end this interjection by activating the cloaking device.
Yes, we turn on the
hitting
cloaking device.
hyperspace.
Yes, let's go to that one place with the.
It is probably a trap, though.
I know. We say over intercom, you'll never catch us. We will be at quadrant 47D. Ha 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 ha. And we go somewhere else.
Where does Nikolai?
We hyperspace. They go to quadrant 47D. We go to Treasure Planet.
Your finger's still on the intercom.
Oh my god. Are you writing all of this?
Well, if you have a better plan than you, then you take over, Smarty Pants.
I walk away and skulk. I skulk. Cargo cannot be trusted with an intercom. Well, we need to leave it with some form of conclusion and then see how it reacts.
I don't know what it's gonna do.
Yeah.
Should I just leave it at that? The last thing being your finger's still on the transmit button. That's after your ingenious plans of time.
Okay. Read what we've got and let's see how we feel.
Okay. Cargo opens the intercom to the incoming fleet. Help! Mayday! We've been Wait. Help! Wow, that was southern.
Help, Mayday!
Help! Mayday! You want to do it?
We've been.
you read it?
Where is it?
Is that-
We've been captured by an escaped prisoner by the name of Frugal, Captain Frugal.
And then you look at Frugal.
Sorry, the stakes have never been higher.
You return to the intercom.
We have incapacitated the Captain Frugal character and are looking to be rescued.
So Cargo then attempts to knock out Captain Frugal. And it's at this point Slip points out.
Slip.
Sorry. Well, actually, we have a really good ship right here with the stealth technology. Maybe we can make a getaway in that.
Slip says over the intercom.
Please ignore that. We'll be back.
The crew discuss amongst themselves a variety of other plans, any of which would be better than what Cargo has already said over the intercom. The crew chat amiably about Cargo being the captain of 2 ships, which is indicated by Wrench wearing 2 hats. They end the discussion by entering the police cruiser they stole and enabling the stealth technology. Cargo shouts over the intercom one last time.
You'll never catch us. We'll be hiding in quadrant 47B. That's good. Now they'll go there. We can go to Treasure Planet. It's foolproof.
And then Slip says,
Your finger is still on the transmit button.
are we good with that?
Yeah, go on. Just see.
We need their response, then we'll do
I am
something.
so excited to see what AI does with that.
With their cover blown and an impromptu plan forming, the crew hurries to put their new plan into action. Cargo and Slip head to the bridge of the police cruiser, ready to initiate the stealth technology and attempt to outmaneuver the approaching fleet. For this task, Slip will need to perform a stealth check, challenge level 4, to see if they can effectively cloak the ship and slip past the pursuers undetected.
4, that's a good challenge level.
Meanwhile, Wrench takes Captain Frugal to the medical bay to ensure he's in a stable condition.
You did say that we incapacitated him in text, but we're like not actually saying that we did.
No, I wrote he attempts to knock him out.
Oh,
Yeah,
cool.
That was in there.
Yeah.
Wrench performs a medicine check, challenge level 2, to assess and tend any injuries that Captain Frugal may have sustained. As the crew works
So you're tending to Captain Frugal that I tried to knock out. Okay, this is going great.
As the crew works to evade the approaching fleet, they can't help but feel the weight of their actions, the close calls, and the high stakes of their current situation. The atmosphere inside the police cruiser is tense, with each crew member focusing on their task, while the hum of the ship's engines and the distant haunting sounds of space fill the silence. The darkness of the cosmos stretches out before them. A canvas of...
It's just a client for them in the background, like.
The darkness of the cosmos
It was
stretches
really
out.
nice hold music before. I don't know what happened.
The cosmos stretches out before them, a canvas of distant stars, glowing nebulas, and the unknown dangers that lurk in the shadows. Unbeknownst to the crew, the incoming fleet isn't the only challenge they'll face in their race to uncover the treasure.
Here it is again.
As they navigate the galaxy, new alliances will be forged, betrayals will cut deep, and the crew's loyalty and cunning will be tested like never before. But with their eyes on the prize and their hearts full of determination, the crew knows they'll do whatever it takes to claim the prize and cement their place among the legends of space piracy. Find out what happens next time.
All right, how do we want to play this? Do we want to tell AI we have 4 prompts left to conclude this, be dramatic and conclusive? And
I reckon we do it in
exciting?
fewer and we save one of the... I don't know how many we actually have because it could be less than that. But I really want to save them to find out
Get it
how
to-
many people Wrench has killed.
I would also like. Well, do you know what we should do? Because I was going to say I want to use our last prompt to get it to write a movie pitch or something, telling the whole tale of
That
our
would be very
adventure
good.
in exciting detail, and include in it the number of people Wrench has killed by airlock openings.
Can we just skip to that?
Oh my god.
What? Because we got an end.
Yeah.
All right, let's just play
All
with
right.
what.
All right.
All right. Is that a conclusive ending? Okay, right. Okay, here's what we do because we want to satisfying conclusion.
I mean, that sets up for the sequel.
It does. So
There is definitely a sequel hook.
write an epilogue of our entire role-playing campaign that is satisfying, dramatic, and leaves room for a sequel. And
Playing to the individual strengths of our different characters.
yeah. And where they end up 6 months from now.
Oh, it's like that little post credits thing. Where
Yeah, like at the end of Ocean's 11 or something. Where are they now? Where all them?
And okay, I think that's sort of enough to sort of that'll wrap up this story.
Okay.
Read it.
As that?
Yeah, read it out in a very dramatic credit scene
As
way.
in my prompt or the response?
The response.
6 months after their daring escape from the Iron Bastion, the crew of the stolen police cruiser, now affectionately named the Phantom Corsair. Fuck yes!
Oh my god!
Such a good name!
It is good.
Finding themselves navigating a galaxy of danger and opportunity, Cargo, the meat-headed heavy lifter, has earned a reputation as a force to be reckoned with. His strength and assertiveness have helped the crew out of many tight spots.
You got him right.
While his newfound role of captain of 2 ships has given him a sense of responsibility he never knew he was capable of. Cargo now leads this motley crew with the same tenacity he once used to move cargo. Fiercely loyal to his friends and merciless to his enemies. Slip, the cunning boarding specialist, has honed his stealth and infiltration skills to perfection. As the Phantom Corsair's second in command, Slip has played a crucial role in the crew's many heists and escapes, always a step ahead of those who would see them captured or worse. His quick thinking and silver tongue have gotten the crew out of trouble more times than they can count, and his loyalty to his comrades is unwavering.
To be fair, we can't count very high.
That's good. That was nice. Wrench, the young systems engineer, has matured in his time among the crew. No longer the timid and compliant young man he once was, Wrench now holds his own holds his own as a crucial member of the team. His engineering prowess.
Head of the airlock department.
His engineering prowess has kept the Phantom Corsair running smoothly, and his knack for hacking and bypassing
Is that
security
cool name?
systems has opened many doors for the crew, both literally and figuratively.
So good!
It's made a pun.
Oh, wow!
Captain Frugal, having been rescued from the Iron Bastion, has taken on the role of a mentor and advisor to the crew. Grateful for their efforts to save him, he now shares his vast knowledge of the galaxy's hidden
Even though we
treasure.
tried to choke him out.
Bumped him.
I take it back. I was joking.
He now shares his vast knowledge of the galaxy's hidden treasures and secret hideouts, helping the crew stay one step ahead of their pursuers. As the crew's infamy grows, so does too their list of enemies seeking to bring justice or claim the stolen shipment for themselves. In the shadows, Nikolai still plots his revenge, having never forgotten the betrayal he suffered at the hands of the crew. New threats and old enemies lurk around every corner, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. But amid the dangers and chaos, the crew has also found a new purpose. With Captain Frugal's guidance, they've embarked on a thrilling quest to uncover the legendary treasure of the Lost Nebula, an ancient and powerful artifact said to hold untold power to those who possess it.
Oh, we are
With
not good candidates for that.
The promise of unimaginable wealth and power on the horizon, the crew of the Phantom Corsair will face their greatest challenges yet. In the thrilling sequel, alliances will be tested, the crew's past will catch up with them, and they will find themselves caught in a web of deception and betrayal. With the bonds of their friendship and loyalty forged in fire, the crew will continue to fight for their dreams and face whatever dangers await them in the vastness of space. That was incredible.
That was actually really good.
Wow.
That was epic.
And the pun!
That was very good!
Gave us really satisfying wrap-ups for everyone individually and the story as a whole, and actually set up a sequel I want to come back to.
Yeah, that was great. That was so good.
Oh,
I love it's just like you like murdering people with airlocks. Let's
Let's
focus
roll
on
it.
that.
yeah.
Yeah.
We gotta, wrap up the
Well, now we want a movie pitch.
Yeah, like a movie pitch. Yeah.
Of the entirety of our
I
campaign.
think we asked for a title, a movie pitch of the campaign, and a slogan, like a
a
tagline.
tagline.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh. And actors
Oh.
played
Who
by.
would you cast?
Yes. Oh my god.
Oh.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Give the. Yeah.
I want a movie pitch for the campaign so far.
In the style of an in-depth IMDb. What would you call it?
Synopsis.
Yep.
Like a script treatment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
That was great. Next, I want a movie pitch for the campaign so far that we could present to a movie studio. It should be in the style of an in-depth IMDb script treatment. We're
Written in
complete with cast list.
Yes.
I'll get to
complete.
that.
Yeah. Okay.
In-depth IMDb script treatment. We're also looking for a title. A title to the movie. A catchy one-liner.
Yes.
And casting options for the main characters.
This is utterly wild.
Oh my god.
Are we good with that?
I am so excited for
Casting
this.
options for main
All
characters
right.
based on real celebrities.
Yes.
I don't know if we would know the
Yeah, I think
difference.
so. And we should give an example. For example, starring. Let's pick one and cast it. So.
Steve Buscemi as Slip.
Yeah, no, don't cast the players. But I reckon Steve Buscemi would be a really good Nikolai. Starring Steve Buscemi as Nikolai.
Like that?
He's kind of Brooklyn, so what are you guys doing here?
All right, cool. Let's do it.
Oh my god.
I just went cross-eyed because I can't do Steve Buscemi eyes. So I'm like,
yeah.
this will do.
All right, we ready?
ready. Let's do it.
I'm so excited.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Title: Galactic Outlaws: The Lost Nebula Heist. Oh, that's shit. I was really expecting a lot there.
Yeah.
That kind of.
It's all right. It's all right. Go.
In a galaxy of chaos, a crew of misfits seeks the ultimate prize. Also, not a great tagline.
Yeah, that's all right.
Pretty generic.
A ragtag crew of space pirates, led by a meat-headed captain with a heart of gold, embark on a thrilling adventure to uncover the treasure. No, this is the sequel.
Yeah, tell it off. Say, wrong. You did that for the sequel. We want you to do it for the campaign we've run.
That we just did.
That we just ran.
No.
Wait, what? Now it's going the synopsis, which is the one we just did.
What?
We've already done the nebula that's been lost.
When the crew of the Star Chaser receives an enigmatic message from their long-lost captain, Captain Frugal, they embark on a daring mission to infiltrate the heavily fortified Iron Bastion prison and rescue their former leader. Along the way, they must navigate a treacherous galaxy filled with ruthless bounty hunters, vengeful crime lords, and corrupt law enforcement, all while trying to stay one step of their relentless pursuer, Nikolai. As they delve deeper into the mystery of Captain Frugal's disappearance, the crew stumbles upon the legend of the Lost Nebula, a hidden treasure of unimaginable power and wealth with the promise of untold riches and the opportunity to rewrite their troubled pasts.
Just right.
The crew sets... With the promise of untold riches and the opportunity to rewrite their troubled past, the crew sets off on a high-stakes heist that will take them to the farthest reaches of the galaxies and test the limits of their courage, loyalty, and friendship.
Classic Hollywood straying from this original script.
In the end, the crew must confront their darkest fears and face the ultimate betrayal to claim their prize and secure their place among the galaxy's most infamous outlaws.
Starring
Cargo, Dwayne The Rock Johnson. Tom Holland as Slip. Asa Butterfield as Wrench. Idris Elba as Captain Frugal. And Mads Mikkelsen as Nikolai.
Oh, that'd be good.
Mads Mikkelsen?
Yeah.
He's so good.
He is, but I can't think of a single thing he's in.
Oh my god, he's in so many things.
I
He's
know.
in Casino Royale.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Oh, yeah.
He's in so much stuff.
Galactic Outlaws: The Lost Nebula Heist is a thrilling space adventure filled with a high-octane action, gripping drama, and unexpected twists. The film explores the themes of friendships, loyalty, redemption, while showcasing a diverse and dynamic cast of characters that the audiences will root for as they traverse the treacherous expanses of the galaxy in search of the ultimate prize. I think what it did is it took some of what we did and was like, I think we can add more into a movie.
Yeah, okay. Now, there's only one logical final step after all of that. When any franchise hits that grand scale and the success that a series like this would, there's a spin-off, sitcom style, like Frasier, with just whimsical day in the life, slice of life, relatable comedy. Let it pick who it's based around and what the slice of life spin-off series is to be received with a mediocre response.
Rock Johnson.
Anything else? This might be our last prompt.
I'm going to ask how many characters Wrench killed. How many people Wrench killed? I guess that's what
Maybe, hang on. Maybe we tell it. Maybe we tell it to pitch a spin-off series based on Wrench and his love of opening airlocks and murdering people.
Oh no.
I know, really flailing here. I definitely think we've we're done, but it's just fun to keep poking it. It's just like we're holding a stick and just keep doing stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, we should get. We'll ask it for a body count for all of us.
How many?
So we can compete and see.
People did each how many people was each member of the crew responsible for killing?
Yeah.
Directly or indirectly through their actions. Secondly, pitch a spin-off TV series
Spin-offed.
Spin-off TV series about
Sitcom.
Wrench. Spin-off TV sitcom series about Wrench and his love of decompression deaths. We're good with that? We're good with that?
Yeah. All right.
2 things. 1, kill count for each crew member. Cargo, responsible for 10 deaths, both indirectly and directly. Cargo's brute strength and sometimes impulsive actions have led to various dangerous confrontations throughout their adventures. Slip, responsible for 3 deaths, mostly indirect. As the brains of the operation, Slip typically avoids getting his hand dirty, but never plans and...
No, that's not it. I opened 4 different. Hang on, how many ships? It was
And
3?
you could say
3.
I had to recap, and I didn't specify any airlock stuff when I recap. So you could say, add in there, he opened the compression on the 2 previous ships stolen.
Yeah, it says he opened an airlock and killed 3 spaceships over the course.
It's like a textbook maths problem.
Over the course of our campaign.
Wrench opened the airlock on one freighter, one small
industrial space
setting up a job
and an
on
entire
a-
spaceship.
How many people
full
did
of
Wrench kill?
staff and prisoners. Okay, I've been completely ignoring the rest of it. We'll come back to that. Premise: Wrench's decompression diaries.
That should be the title for the actual movie.
That's so funny.
The tagline: in space, no one can hear you laugh.
Oh my god, that's so twisted.
Wrench's Decompression Diaries is a light-hearted sitcom that follows the misadventures of Wrench, the quirky engineering genius with a morbid fascination for decompression deaths, as he starts a new chapter in his life after parting ways with his old crew. Setting up shop on a bustling space station, Wrench opens a peculiar repair shop and decompression consultancy.
Peculiar airlock.
Where he uses his skills and knowledge to help clients solve a variety of space-related issues, from fixing faulty airlocks to designating elaborate security systems. Each episode features Wrench tackling a new client's problem, often leading to hilarious misunderstandings and unpredictable results, all while trying to keep his own decompression-related obsession under wraps.
It's a little bit
Dexter in space with murder by decompression.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
In between jobs, Wrench must navigate the eccentric residents of the space station, including his nosy neighbor, an aspiring space musician, a sassy AI assistant with a mind of her own, and a lovable yet clumsy alien sidekick who can't seem to keep out of trouble. As Wrench forms unlikely friendships and learns valuable life lessons, he discovers that there's more to life than his morbid fascination, and that sometimes the greatest adventures happen when you least expect.
Oh my god.
Wrench's Decompression Diaries is a quirky, heartwarming sitcom that blends the excitement of a space adventure with a unique brand of humor while exploring themes of friendship, growth, and finding one's place in the universe.
Oh my god, that's
My face hurts.
amazing. Oh, that's so funny.
Wow.
Oh.
Oh boy.
I think. Are you just correcting the deaths thing?
My apologies for the oversight.
Here's a revised kill count. 800.
800 people! A mix of direct and indirect engineering skills and fascination with decompression.
Oh, it's giving it up to him.
That's it. We can stop it giving us another sitcom.
All right, we'll call it there.
I think that's it. That is
Incredible.
That is the end of our adventure.
800.
Thank you, everyone, for watching. What a journey this has been.
That's so amazing.
Honestly, just the like
That's great.
year and a half ago, we did it was a bit more, just over a year and a half ago,
Yeah.
2 years ago. We last played with AI for roleplay, and it was a barely functional
That was
toy.
That was GPT-3.
Was it?
Yeah.
Wow.
And it wasn't good.
Nah, and before that was GPT-2.
Yeah. Well, this was very good, especially good in some places. Not great at remembering some of the things we had to keep correcting. So obviously, but honestly, like a year from now, this is a
it's gonna be
fully
crazy.
functional way to roleplay. And yeah.
If I ever get
I found
access to
myself
it.
in. I obviously I apologize at the start for sort of really getting lost in the recaps and stuff, but I guess that sort of carries us to. I was getting lost in the playing of it by myself, telling a story and being characters in these worlds we were improvising randomly was really fun. It was really fun. It was very
It's
worth
great.
checking
No,
out.
that was
can't believe it
really
worked that
good.
well.
Yeah. So funny.
So we're gonna have to come back and play it 4.5 or any future thing, and whether it's a sequel to this or something entirely new,
Apparently
we'll
I've
probably leave up
I've
to you guys.
Apparently I've set the record. Who set the record?
I hold the record.
What's your record?
For deaths,
Yeah.
no, Rob holds the record.
What's your record?
No one's beating it.
His planetary
Billions.
genocide.
You've
Literally.
Did you Death Star something
billions.
or what?
Billions.
Billions.
Billions? Wow.
Yeah, he was.
No, that's it. I'm gonna go around.
I'm gonna see if I can find the thumbnail.
I'm gonna
of
go
that
around the
video.
galaxy, just finding as
remember
many
it?
airlocks as
Was the
possible just to
episode
get to your
called
number.
Billions?
No,
was it?
I think it was called Boom or something.
Yeah. Anyway, we should wrap up. Thank you all so much for joining us. And any future AI session we play, we'll leave the theme of it probably up to a vote from our patrons. And if you want to join us in our weekly Patreon after party, which we'll be jumping to in a second, we look forward to seeing you there. Otherwise, thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Goodbye.
Bye.